welcome to the Jacob Koutas show, Rick. How are you?
Appreciate it, brother. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, this is awesome. I originally met you just randomly at Arlington Heights. So you are the guy. You and your wife, Haley.
Yep.
Got a shout out to Haley, too. You guys have started this whole thing where you just kind of brought a community together just to meet and hang out. And it's awesome to just see a small community gathering, just get together and using social media to connect people. Love that aspect. How did you get started on that?
Yeah, so basically everything you just described is what I was hoping when we first started it, probably about a year ago, really. My wife and I, Haley, shout out Haley, we moved out here a year ago, a little bit over a year ago. I'm from Arlington Heights, she's from Cleveland, and we were living downtown. I was living downtown after college for about a decade, and then she lived downtown for a few years as well, and then we made the move to the burbs, and I was like, no other place would I move in the suburbs than Arlington Heights. So here we are. But as we moved out, I was like, we got to keep things interesting. We're busybodies. We didn't want to fall into the stereotype where you moved out the suburbs and just like do nothing.
Yeah, and
like,
just kind of sit inside and
yeah,
mellow out.
And a lot of my friends are still downtown too. So it's just like I knew it was going to be a tough adjustment. And something that Haley and I love to do is make content. And so I was like, what if we created a page just to kind of showcase, our life out in the suburbs and all the great things that Arlington Heights has to offer, which a lot of people don't know about too. And really just, again, the stereotype about the suburbs that it can be boring and there's just so much stuff out here. So that was kind of the reason for starting it. And she was like, yeah, absolutely makes sense. Plus we've seen just living in Chicago, all the communities that exist in downtown or even like foodie creators, content creators, all these social media influencers that, really are successful out there. But I've never seen really anything like that in the suburbs, or at least not to that extent. So that was another thing. We were like, maybe people would appreciate that, just kind of seeing our story and just kind of being familiarizing with all the great stuff that's in the suburbs. So anyways, that's how we started.
That's sweet.
And then we met at one of our Arlington Heights meetups, which we've been doing weekly since July. And that was another idea I had just as we, started building the brand, we're getting some traction. I was like, it would be great to just like meet more people in the community. It's a girl that came to one of our meetups. She had a great point. She was like, I see all these young people getting off the train every single day, but where do they all go? And I was like, absolutely. Like there are a ton of young people out here. I'm like, where does everybody go? And so, just being in Chicago, you see all these communities and like run clubs or girls who walk club.
Run club's huge in Chicago.
Huge. And I got to meet with Jordan, who started the Run Club, Chicago Run Club out there, or Run Collective out there, and he was super successful, continues to be. So like we've seen, the power of those communities. Social communities, and we're like, what if we just tried to do something similar out here? Obviously won't get to that depth or as big as Chicago Run Collective, but maybe we'd meet some people, right?
And then your original first event was basically kind of like a run, wasn't
it? Yeah. Well, for me, I was like, something easy, low hanging fruit. I was like, we live right by South Middle School. Shout out Cardinals. Went south. Where did you go?
I went to Sandburg, Carl Sandburg.
Okay. Yeah. So you're like right outside of the zone for
I'm outside the zone. I think the zone is New Wilkie.
Okay.
I think is the zone, which is like right here. So but Carl Sandburg is right down the street from here. I actually used to walk there all the time.
Perfect.
Because it's closer to walk than it is to drive. It's about the same same distance to get in the car and leave. But I mean that south was basically a track, and then you just went right into there and was like, hey, let's just go out there and get a bunch of people together and just run a couple laps and have some fun.
I was like, let's break up our work week, right? We're doing the same thing every single day after work. Like, let's do something, get active, get outside while we still can in the summer. And I kind of wanted to get back into running. I don't really like running, to be honest. I'm big into fitness. I like working out. We both belong to the wellness center. Shout out to Welli.
Shout out Welli. Which I just taught you that, by the way.
You did?
It was surprising to me that you didn't know what that was.
I know.
You're from here.
I know.
But, Welli, well known around the community.
Now I'm not going to call it anything else. I love the Welli.
Well, it used to be a basketball court there too, and
yeah.
it was like a whole league on Tuesdays, and everyone used to play.
And I used to play there once in a while, but I don't know. Maybe it just never stuck for me. Yeah.
It's never got to well yet.
But
yeah, no, it's good to get out there, and I'm glad you were able to get a community. So then now from the community, you kind of just flourish that into now indoors, which you did a couple of yoga meetups. I went to the Pilates one, which was when I first met you, which that's workout. It was not easy at all.
No, those workouts kicked my butt. So so after the track workouts, we were like, all right, I think we're onto something, because we got it up to like 25, 30 people every single week. And it was awesome. We were meeting such amazing people, like people we would have never met, honestly. And some people that like lived a block from us. And we were like, I'm so glad we did this, because now we get to meet. I'm hanging out with a few of the guys that I've met through this tonight for the Super Bowl. So it's just like,
that's
you know,
sweet.
So it blew away our expectations. We were like, all right, we got to keep this going. How can we do this? So just as we built our platform, it kind of positioned us within the community to, you know, provide more value to local businesses. And so we were like, all right, what if we partnered with local businesses? They host our community for free, and in exchange, we provide them with, you know, content, organic foot traffic, things like that. And so we started with like Bar 3, which is one of the workouts you went to. Did the Pickler, did Golf VX. We've done some other local.
Armans was one of them.
Armans. We've done the Welli. We've done where else? Fitness 19. So, anyways, a bunch of local businesses, and they right off the bat see the value in it, and we're like, okay, fantastic. And it's not a ton of overhead for Haley and I to plan, and we get to kind of keep things going and have fun every single week. And again, it like breaks up the work week. You know, especially in the winter when you're not really doing anything.
Yeah, there's not too much going on after work.
No.
And it's also dark, and you get out
depressing.
of work and you're like, it's a Monday. What am I doing tonight? Nothing. And you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
So it adds tons of value, because now you get to look forward to something during the week while it's freezing outside and actually get involved in something. How does the scheduling work with like the app? That's what how did you guys find that? Was that the Pi app?
Yeah, so that actually goes back to, I mentioned Jordan from Run Collective in Chicago. I follow him. I follow another gentleman. What's his name? Kyle. He does Chicago Morning Club in Chicago, and he also, you know, does a ton of events downtown. He runs like Thank You for Dancing. That's his event business. Get Lucked is his big thing coming up for St. Patrick's Day. So anyways, I like would follow those two guys, got to know both of them just briefly, just, you know, from going to their events.
Yeah, and just saying hi.
And I met with Jordan one-on-one just to kind of talk to him more about Pi too. And so they got involved in that early on. So Pi is like a startup still, and essentially it's a social media for events, basically. So it allows creators to, you know, put on or host their own events, get other people on the app to kind of come to their events. And if you're part of the creator club too, you're actually incentivized to put on more events as well. They pay you based on like RSVPs and number of events you do and stuff like that. So it actually is helpful for the creators that are, you know, for mostly just doing this for the love of the game, just trying to meet people. But it helps actually fund some of their events too. So
because you're basically bringing them on the platform, and they get advertising dollars from companies that throw ads onto the application, and that's how the money gets in. And
all their data, right? End user data, which is so valuable these days. So they, you know, they get everybody's email and phone number and all that. So, so that's kind of how I learned about it. I actually shortly after we did the events, I looked into it a little bit more, saw that they had that creator club offering. So I applied for it and we got accepted. And so, now we host all our events on Pi, and it's been awesome. I've been meeting with the team. Haley and I have been meeting with their team quite a bit, and they're super energetic and helpful, and help us even with some advertising too for some of our events too. So it's a sweet platform. But,
it makes it really easy too, because I mean, Invites is pretty good too. I don't know if you ever use that. Apple. And then what's the other one? There's I forget the other one.
There's like Eventbrite, Posh VIP, I think is another one. Yeah.
They're all relatively decent, but I'm surprised this didn't come up earlier, like in the social media aspect of things, because it seems like such low hanging fruit. And then out of nowhere, I don't know who was first to the game. It's not usually always Apple, but it was just like, why would we not throw this event together? And then it's like now everyone gets the event, and you can do photos to the event, chat to the event.
Yep.
And it's only like that specific event, so you don't have to have a whole group chat and then like disperse the group chat and be like, oh, we're going to do this later. Oh, I can't do that. It's like you just say you can't do it, or you don't say you're going, and then you're not involved in that chat anymore, so you don't get your phone blown up.
Exactly.
So I don't understand how that wasn't invented like 10 years ago.
You can follow your favorite creators too. So whenever they post an event, you get, a notification right away. Or you can just explore what else is going on in Chicago or maybe in the suburbs. It's starting to expand more in the suburbs, which is great. But yeah, it was kind of a no-brainer for us. So that's been helpful. And yeah, so we'll kind of keep it going that way.
Yeah. What's your upcoming events that we have to look forward to?
So we just had one at the Wellness Center last week, the Welli. We had a cycle fitness class, which was sweet. Next week, Haley is actually hosting a Galentine's Day.
Nice.
It's like
no guys allowed.
No guys allowed. Yeah, kind of messed up, but whatever. I'm actually going to be gone on a work trip, so it worked out well. But yeah, she's hosting all the girls at Cocoa and Blue, and they're partnering with like a local flower arrangements place in Arlington Heights. So they're getting some arrangements and doing a cocktail making class. So it should be really fun. And then after that, we've got Inspire Studios, which will be a fun fitness class. And then we're going to probably go back to the Welli. And we were talking to Joan, she's the manager, and we were talking. She's awesome, and she really likes our events and the ideas around it. So she was like, "What if we did a water aerobics class?"
Yes, those are so much fun.
I've never done one, but I worked at Rec Pool as a lifeguard, and just seeing my parents or my friends' parents or moms like in those classes, it just looks hilarious. And so, what if we got like a bunch of 20-something, 30-something-year-olds in the pool to like do one of these water aerobics classes? I think it'll be hilarious, and honestly, probably some pretty good content too. So we're gonna do that. I don't know if it'll be the next week. We'll probably do another trivia night, probably at Armans again.
Nice.
That seemed to go over pretty well. So yeah, got some ideas coming up for February and March, but always open to new ideas.
Yeah. What's a spot you want to go to if you could?
Great question.
They reached out. What spot would you want to?
We a while ago we reached out to First Ascent, which is
the climbing gym,
rock climbing gym.
Yeah.
And they didn't quite see the value in it right away. They offered our group a discount. I think it was going to be like $10-15 a head for our community to come, and we want to keep our events free, at least right now. It's just, I don't know. We don't want anyone to have to pay. It's just, we don't want any blockers for anyone to come to our events, really. Plus, we do feel there is value in what we do, just like promotional wise, being able to, promote the event, but also promote the business that's partnering with us. We think it's valuable. And so we want to continue that. So we didn't partner with them, but maybe they'll come around, and after we've done it, quite a few times, maybe if we reach out next time, maybe they'll be open to it. But I think that would be a really fun one, just different.
It's tough for those too, because like it's a corporation on some aspects, so they can't like always give out free stuff. Yeah, because according to their like corporation, they can't. Dice it out. So that'll be a tough one to get over, but that would be a sweet event.
That would be sweet. Like Pickler, that was a fun one. Golf EX, like some of those different types of activities, and not just strictly fitness. Just more creative fitness, right? I think that would be cool. So some more things in that space, but we'll see. Yeah, maybe in the summer there'll be another like outdoor mini golf thing. Yeah, or something like that. Top Golf maybe, but Top Golf again, another corporation, so you might not be able to get that one away. But yeah, it would be interesting to see what other aspects. Have you seen the new park that's actually right down the street here? No. You'll have to drive by it when you leave, but they just added two pickleball courts, and then they had like a mini golf course over there. Oh, okay. Completely free also. So you can do pickleball and mini golf if you wanted to, just at a park. That would be amazing. And it's free? Yeah, I mean, it's just a park. It's open. And you just bring your own golf balls and putters, whatever. Yeah, they actually have putters that are just like, they usually just lay them out there. Okay. They're like the very cheap ones that are. We'll definitely do that. That's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. It's just like a meetup at the track. South. Track, yeah. And then you have like the soccer fields there too for open area. So. All right. I love the idea.
Once it gets warmer, though.
I'm very excited to get back to the summer because it'll just be easier to plan things. Like just get some people to a park and they can do yoga while other people run or whatever.
Yeah, outdoor yoga.
Just a little bit more inclusive and less, because at these spaces we have a capacity. Most of the time it's like 25 to 30 people, and we get people joining basically the day we announce it. And so if you miss it, you can't come. So that's like good. It's a good problem to have, but it's just like we want as many people to be able to be involved as possible. So
we should do another one. I'm just thinking of college right now. Finals week, we used to have the puppy week where you'd be able to go to the library and they had like 12 puppies.
Like support dogs.
They're just puppies. What is even like support animals? It was just straight up.
Well, for finals week, you probably need a little support.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you do. But it was mostly just like a ton of puppies, and then they would just run around to each other, and then like you'd have a giant circle of students, and they would just like run around each student, and like some of them would just be yawning, some of them would just be like laying there doing nothing.
Yeah.
And we could do something like that.
We did talk to someone who does puppy yoga in downtown Arlington Heights.
Really?
But it's like, they would probably be for like 10 people,
Yeah, that's
max.
tough.
She was like, I could get more dogs, but there's just like at some point it's.
Can you parlay it with the dog park?
Potentially, yeah.
Because there's the Arlington Heights dog park in.
Yeah, that could be an option.
Where's that at? Mellis Park.
Yeah.
So Mellis Park, and it's fenced off, so you just bring the yoga mats and just let the puppies go loose in there, and just everyone's doing yoga, and the puppies are just roaming around doing their thing.
Yeah. I like that.
That's possible.
Yeah, because space was an issue too for that event.
Again,
she had a
warmer
small
outside.
Studio. Yeah. All right. Let's write some of these down. I like where your head's at because we could use the help. Like it's just every single week it becomes a lot. Just like thinking about what we can do next.
Different ideas.
But it's like it's fun, because we're like. The best part about it is when we hear, of people in the community who meet other people and then they're hanging outside of it, so they're actually making genuine relationships and friendships, which is like, I don't know, that like makes it all worth it for me.
Yeah.
Really.
The belongingness in the community is definitely a huge aspect that I think people missed during COVID.
Yeah.
Because it was just like everyone was on their own doing their own thing. So like bringing everyone together and just being like, oh, you live like literally 4 blocks away from me. Like even though it's not next to you, it's still close enough to where you're like, oh, hey, I know exactly where you live. Like, that's crazy. I walk by your house every day with my dog. Like, I'll wave if I ever see you again. So it's underrated for sure for how awesome belongingness in the community really values in that aspect, which is great.
I couldn't agree more. Ever since COVID, people are yearning for that connection, right? You used to get it through work. And honestly, like since COVID, maybe people are still, returned to office or whatever, but it's not the same. It's not like you're hanging out with your coworkers, after work on a Thursday, right? You're going straight home for the most part, at least from what I've heard in my experience. And so people are looking for that, but also people, have, I think, created a sense of they really like their at-home life and, making sure that there's a balance there. And so I think when they're looking for a connection, they're looking for it to be easy and like intentional. And I think that's what these communities create, where it's like, it's super low effort. I just show up, I get to do something, there's already an activity planned, and then I go home. Right.
Yeah. Especially for guys, to be honest. I mean, I'm a guy's guy, so I need to be doing something. Yeah. Like if you tell me
just to go hang out,
show up and like, hey, you want to come over and just hang? I'm like, no. You want to come over and play a board game? Yes.
For
like
sure. Yeah.
Same thing basically, but now I have a goal to play this board game or like to like watch the show, and even if you're not intentionally watching a show or a sport, like I always want to do something. I don't know how wired that is in all guys, but I've seen it. And then that brings up another funny topic, because we talked about this, was your video with the football when you go for a walk. So if you guys haven't seen it, it's a video where you and your wife are basically just walking, and like you basically, how to get your husband to go on a walk with you is make him run routes on the walk and bring a football and throw it to him. And I laughed so hard because I am also a guy who's just like, you just want to go for a walk, and it's like, not really.
No,
like I don't want to just go
I see it as
a
a waste of time, to be honest. And Haley hates that I say that, but I'm like, I don't see the point in a walk.
So what I do now is I go for a walk, but I listen to like a podcast or like a YouTube video, so that like I'm like
doing
engaged in something or whatever, and it makes it more easy to focus on the the video and just listen, and or like go for a music walk where I just listen to a couple songs.
Yeah.
But like I'll never just go for a walk. But that routing, it's just so funny to me. And you actually posted it with, who did you collaborate with on that one?
Just ourselves at first. So I came across this reel, and I wish I could take credit, but it was another, duo guy, girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
and they posted it, and I was like, oh my God, this is perfect. Like, I can't relate to this more, like this is totally me. I hate going on walks, but also my wife's got a missile for an arm, so I know that she can do this. And and so I was like, Haley, we're gonna make this video. And so we did it on a walk one day, which like we never go for walks unless we're taking our dog for a walk. And so we did that, posted it, and it went viral. I think it's like 4 million views now. And then Amazon Prime reached out and was like, yo, like, can we repost this or whatever? We'll collaborate with you. I was like, okay. So they reposted it, and it did decent numbers for them. But yeah, it was just like, what's happening? Like,
Amazon Prime collaborated with you, and you're just like, this is hilarious. Yeah. I love this video.
Yeah, didn't get $1 for it, but like, so cool.
Yeah,
like, whatever.
No, it's cool. I just think it's fun to share. I like sharing those kind of content, even if you're not like getting paid for it, because I just think it's funny and enjoyable.
Just relatable.
Yeah. And sometimes, like you'd want to get paid for these kind of things, but like when it comes down to it, when you make something like really small and funny just for the shenanigans of it, like you don't really need to get dime to dollars, like it's for the enjoyment of other people and just content and sharing that. Going on a walk isn't always fun, but running routes is always the best.
I feel like you and I are similar in that regard, where we need like a creative outlet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really quite get that with my job. And so like having Arlington Heights Lifestyle or Chicago Boating Hub, which is like another side business that I have, or whatever, right? Just being able to like have that creative outlet where maybe you're making meaningless skits, or, having these conversations or whatever, just like, I don't know, there's just an internal intrinsic value that you get from it that, I don't know, you wouldn't get otherwise. So I think that,
the creativity thought is a lot of fun. Even just playing it out, even if you don't even post it, just like running that skit through your head and just thinking about how you'd film it, it's just golden.
Half the time I'm just laughing to myself. He's like, what? I'm like, I just had a great idea. And, it's probably not even that good of an idea, or maybe not a good idea at all, but I'm like, I love this idea. Like we just collabed with a local couch business.
I saw
a couple guys your age, they quit their jobs and they basically sell luxury furniture now at, much cheaper. Could they get it for wholesale? I don't know how they're getting this furniture, but they get it for cheaper. And so we did a couch skit with them, and Haley and I were like, we got to do something creative. And she like threw some ideas at me, and I'm in the shower. I'm like, wait, I just had the best idea ever. And it was just us kind of bouncing off each other. And so long story short, we did a skit where the owner of the business, again, this 26-year-old, whatever, he is acting as our therapist, like our couples therapist. And we're sitting on the couch that we have, or that we had, and basically, asking us how we're feeling. And it was like very, kind of sexual innuendos, but we're really talking about the couch. I'm talking about the firmness, and she's talking about how it smells or whatever, right? And and then ultimately he's like, all right, I think I've heard enough. Have you guys ever just considered getting a new couch? And we're like, yeah, that's a great idea. So then, we get a new couch, and just like silly stuff like that, that we, again, our creative.
The play on words and just, the built up
like
story.
Stupid shit, dude.
It's good. It's good, though. It's hilarious.
And I don't think my parents have talked to me about it yet still, but they're probably too scared to talk to me about it.
They're probably like, we don't need to mention that one at the next family party.
That we're just gonna let this one slide. My good girlfriend Lauren, she texted me and Haley on the side. She's like, Rick, my mom follows you guys, and I was like, what are you talking? It was just a couch commercial. She's like,
we're talking about couches. What do you get your mind out of the gutter? What are you doing?
Exactly. I don't know what she was thinking. I have no idea.
The content is just, anytime you make fun content, it's just so awesome. Recently I've seen, I don't know if you know streamers at all, but there's a new streamer, not new, but he's become so big recently. The Burnt Peanut. Have you heard of him?
No.
I
only know like a couple of the big streamers.
He is huge right now. Huge. There's a huge game, Arc Raiders, that just came out that's like super massive, and it's kind of like Halo 3 back in the day.
Okay.
because that's how many people are like really into this game. And this dude is literally a peanut. Like he's a VTuber, so he just puts like a animation over him.
I think I've seen like clips of this guy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he is similar to us, just makes content to be really, really, really funny. Like he just is like, all he does is try to have the most amount of fun possible.
Yeah.
And like I've seen so many people in the video game community go towards like kind of like super hardcore, super sweaty, like hardcore, like I need to be this or else I'm going to be mad at the game because I didn't do well, whatever. And this dude just comes in and just has a blast and just doesn't care about anything, and has changed the video game community as content creation as well, to just having fun and just all of that being funny. And that's really what it's about.
Yeah.
And the same with the couch meme. It's like, it's supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be like taken super seriously. Like we're supposed to have a laugh, and I love that.
Well, that's the thing. It's just like if it's authentic, people will resonate with it, right? If it's not, they'll see right through it. And so this peanut guy, obviously, he's being true to himself, very authentic, and just like tongue in cheek, or making light of himself or whatever, right? Like self-deprecating. That's the best type of humor, in my opinion. And it's just like, yeah,
it's so fun. I mean, there was even one where like one of his teammates was saying like, wait, like you're eating fries? You're eating your own family. And he's like, what? Fries are made out of potatoes. And he's like, but they're cooked in peanut oil. And then he just screams like, ah! And it's just so stupid. But the whole regime behind it, because he went on a different podcast and basically said like, video games are supposed to be fun. Content creation is supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
Like you're not supposed to be sitting there just sweating like the whole time. It's supposed to be enjoyable. You're like, that's how it was back in the day, and that's how it should be now, which is great. And
that's how it should be in all things. I think we all get. I think if you're in the corporate world too, or even just like on LinkedIn, and you see like what are we doing? Like, are we even humans?
Yeah.
It's like. Be real and authentic and laid back. Like we're all gonna die, right? In 3 generations, no one's gonna know our name. So it's like,
that's Alex Hormozy quote right there.
Life's too short, exactly. And so it's like, why should we care? Like, why aren't we trying to do things that really make us happy? And I think that's 3 things. I think it's learning. I think we're meant to learn. I think we're meant to create. And I think we're meant to really connect with one another, you know? If it's outside of that, like, or if you care about other things, I don't know. To me, that's not leading to a fulfilling life.
Yeah. Yeah. And then like that brings us back to the belongingness. It's like connecting and building a community with others. It's huge. It's a huge part of life. And that's what we're trying to do here.
Yeah.
So let's dive into your boating business, your little side gig here.
Yeah.
So how did you get started on that, and where did that come from?
So after college, I went to Indiana. Where did you go to college?
I went to Iowa State.
Okay.
Iowa State University.
Cyclone. Yep. Nice.
Cyclone Nation.
I have some family that went there. We actually have a family farm in Iowa. So a few people went to Iowa State, and I almost went to Iowa too. But anyways, after college, moved downtown. One of my buddies, he went to Ohio University, and when he came back to the city, we lived together, but he brought, a bunch of his buddies from Ohio. They came, and I became friends with a bunch of them, and we all ended up joining a boat club together. A lot of people don't know this exists, but there are some boat clubs in Chicago that basically you just pay like your monthly dues or whatever, and you get to take a boat out like whenever you want.
Is it like luxury boats or small boats, or
depends on the club?
Okay.
We belong to Carefree Boat Club, which they had a fleet. They have 2 harbors in Chicago, probably 10 boats at each harbor, basically. And it can range from like 25 to 35 foot boats, cruisers. So fits, 10 to 12 people comfortably. But there are other boat clubs that are a little bit more on the luxury side, but we split a membership like 5 ways. It came out to be like, $100 a person, a month. Right. And so
similar to like a gym membership.
Yeah. To take a boat out all summer, whenever you want. Right. And so like that became one of my biggest hobbies. I was taking, especially once COVID hit, I was working from boat every day. Like,
so you were working on the boat.
Yeah.
How did you get internet? Is you were close to the shore?
Hotspot. Yeah. So like me and all my buddies are just like consultants, just like chilling on the boat, like whatever.
I can't believe how real that meme is now. Now that I know, it's like, this is what your consultant working from home is doing, and it's literally sitting on a boat. You seen the green screen guy?
Yes,
where he's on a golf cart and he's like got the big mustache.
Yeah,
and he's like driving.
He did one on a boat.
Yeah,
that's like the waves coming over. I think he was on a jet ski actually, just to be more unrealistic, but like, yeah, hilarious. But like, that's what we were doing.
So we were
awesome. We were going boating every single day. Not every day, but like a lot. And so anyways, so we were boating a ton, and then a bunch of people, all my like high school buddies or whoever, would ask like, how are you on a boat all the time? Like, do you own your own boat? I'm like, no, like we have this boat club, whatever. Like, kind of hard to explain. A lot of people don't know exists. A lot of people don't know the boating scene in Chicago. I think it's the second biggest market in America. Don't quote me on that, but it's like,
it's pretty big though.
It's up there, and we can only boat 4 or 5 months out of the year,
which is crazy. Why it's so big? It's nuts.
Yeah, and it's like behind Florida or Miami or whatever. And so, anyways, it's a huge market. And so like people would ask me, and I'm like, people don't really know how to do this, right? They don't know their options other than, they're doing a bachelor or bachelorette party and they rent a boat. Like, that's the extent that they're boating in Chicago. I'm like, that's such a huge miss, because in Chicago, there's so many things you can do. But, a lot of the times, if you're living downtown, I was finding that we would just go to the bars like every weekend, right? And that was like all we did, or go to a Cubs game or whatever. But like outside of that, we're just boozing. We're just,
hanging out with friends,
whatever,
place, apartment, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. There's like a great lake path, obviously, like you can go to the beach and stuff like that too. But like the boating world is such a good add-on, or, something else that you can be doing that a lot of people don't know how to exploit. And so my idea, after boating for a few years, I was like, what if I created a website and a social media platform, but really a website that was like the hub for Chicago boating. And it gave people, the best options if they wanted to join a boat club or do just a regular rental or even architecture tours or whatever, right? They could come to my site and figure out kind of like with the best discounts that I can offer them and all that. So that's basically what I started. It was called another name at the time, but now it's Chicago Boating Hub. And then on Instagram it's Chicago Boat Crew. And yeah, really just kind of created a community around that. And through that, I got to meet a bunch of, Chicago influencers and prominent figures in Chicago, which was like super fun.
Yeah.
But long story short, I won't go into this in too much detail, but again, I started under a different name. I ended up having to change it about a year ago. I was like in, a legal battle with another person that basically wanted that.
Try to do the same thing. Yeah.
Do the same thing, same name. And, again, I won't go into too much detail, but I learned very quickly that no matter what kind of rights you may have to something, ultimately it's a money game at some point, and you can just get bullied out of business. And that was really a tough pill to swallow for me. So anyways, I ended up rebranding and continue doing it, but that was a really tough time. I'm not gonna lie. One of the toughest times in my life, just like, financially, how am I going to get through this if I fight it or whatever, right? And I know we were talking about this a little bit before the podcast, but that's kind of when I, leaned on my faith. I was brought up Christian, went to Our Savior's Lutheran Church. I don't know if you've heard of it, but, in Arlington Heights, regular attender with, my parents, but never, once I went to college and kind of after college, didn't kind of go back to church or, wasn't really in the word or in my faith at all. And when this happened, I kind of fell into a hole. It was like, I need something, I need someone to help me through this. And so I kind of leaned on the Lord through those tough times, got back in the word, and really just kind of surrendered the situation. And I can't tell you how impactful that was for me at the time and continues to be. And so for something that, in hindsight, and at the time, it's like, that was one of the toughest times in my life, but I am so happy it happened because it like rejuvenated my faith. Now I've got a great community within the church that we go to. Jordan, I see him up here. He's our pastor now. Once we moved to Arlington Heights, we started going to the Bridge. Shout out the Bridge. Yeah. And it's, we got plugged into a small group right away. So anyways,
that's a great story.
Yeah. During that time, it was just like, I started reading the Bible more and found a ton of verses that kind of like probably would have
hit the nail on the head, basically.
Yeah, hit the nail on the head. But also, if I would have read them before, it may have helped me avoid the situation to begin with, like.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy it happened, but it was a tough time for me. And so kind of once that hit, kind of took the wind out of our sails. So this was June when we had to rebrand. We're going to keep it going this summer. But like last summer we just it felt like we got and I say we because my wife was involved, she was helping me too, but felt like we got the wind knocked out of ourselves. And so we kind of took a little bit of a breather. And then, when we moved to Arlington Heights, I was like, this will be something fun we can build together. Cause we were already making content through that side business, but it wasn't us kind of as the face of it, as the brand. And so this, Action Heights was a little bit different where we could create content, but also, show our personalities through it. And, it would be a little bit more meaningful for us. So,
personable.
That's kind of the story behind that. But we continue to do it. And if you're ever looking to get on a boat, I'll gladly take you out this summer. It's still one of my most favorite things to do. And it's literally the best thing about Summertime Shy.
Yeah. So the thing is, I have never been on a boat in Chicago in the summer.
Yeah.
So,
see, a lot of people haven't.
Like
a ton of people.
And it looks like so much fun.
Where would you start to get a boat? Like before I even told you about all that, like
just Google.
Yeah. But like you probably wouldn't even think to do it because
it's usually expensive.
Seems expensive.
Yeah.
Like that's also kind of a fallacy because if you, won't get into details, but they're bareboat charter laws. So basically these companies can't have more than 13 people on their boats unless they have a certain license, which most don't. So if you split it between 13 friends, it's, probably $100 a person, maybe a little less, to go out for 4 or 5 hours out the playpen. What's better than that?
Yeah. That sounds like an absolute blast.
It's, buy same Cubs tickets for that same amount, same amount of time. It's just another thing you can do in Chicago, but it seems unobtainable. It seems like kind of a hassle, but it's pretty easy to do.
Yeah, that's interesting. I would definitely be into that. Now, do you have, so with Ernesto that came on, he does like fishing charters. Do you have that associated to it, or is it mostly just chartering boats for people's own use?
Yeah, mostly just recreational boating. We didn't partner with any fishing charters. That seems to be... It's very niche. And like when people are, I don't know. I don't think there's a huge need for that, at least on our site. But again, that's part of Chicago boating and offerings. We're always looking for like whether it's wake surfing or jet ski rentals, things like that. Always looking at those offerings. So I won't say no. Like I think that could be a great idea. Just something we haven't added yet.
Yeah, I'll definitely just connect you guys just because Chicago boat guys together.
Yeah, and it doesn't hurt. And it's like so the way we work our partnerships too. It's like it doesn't cost anything to be listed on our site. It's just if we are able to refer, then we get affiliate sales. Like that's it.
Yeah.
So
that's a sweet gig. I mean, you give people more businesses and small affiliate fee. It's basically like a warm lead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Did you hear about the NeuroGum story with the law? Okay. So your story really reminded me something similar of that because NeuroGum originally went, do you know what NeuroGum is by the way?
Yes. I've heard of it through I think Joe Rogan talks about it. And some other...
I love it. Okay. I do. I also eat or chew a lot of it. I mean, it's great. It's just basically caffeine without having to consume coffee or sodas.
Okay.
Which
is it caffeine that you're actually digesting? Okay.
Yeah. So it's very similar to kind of what coffee or kind of what tea would be actually. It's only like 40 milligrams of caffeine per tablet, so per gum piece.
Yeah.
But they went through Shark Tank basically. Got posted on Shark Tank Live because on the episode,
I think I've seen the episode.
They didn't actually do the deal with anybody because like they were just kind of asking for a lot.
They probably weren't looking for a deal if they were asking for a ton. Because sometimes people do that. They just
because I think they value their company pretty highly, and their sales showed it too. So their sales were pretty big, but they wanted to expand to like full-fledged manufacturing, like to go big, basically. So they're trying to make that step from like kind of small mid to big. And they just weren't able to exactly strike a deal. But there was multiple offers that were made, but they just weren't. There was just a lot of money involved. Like Kevin O'Leary basically said that he wanted a loan where they pay back a 5% royalty.
Such a Kevin deal.
and he gets like 5% of the company.
Yeah.
And they were like, no. We can just go to the bank for a loan,
and
we'll get a loan. But he was saying basically that Kevin was taking a loan. He was the one that was giving the loan, so you'd have him backing it. But ultimately, what happened was no deal. Leave Shark Tank. Shark Tank airs. Someone comes in and says, "Hey, I'm suing you," and then Neurogum's like, "What do you mean?" And then they go, "Well, we're suing you for some, stupid term, whatever, trademark, something, whatever. Basically just like a legal battle. And if they get to court, they win. But they just needed the money to go through all the legal fees to then get to court to actually win, which they didn't have. They couldn't provide that.
Yeah.
So
it's a lot.
It's a lot. You go through a lot.
Just to get to what I got to ultimately, because it was a trademark battle too. Mm-hmm. Like it was substantial, and like to actually fight it to the end. Oh my God, I can't even imagine.
Yeah. So they were kind of like, this would bankrupt us and we would lose because we can't afford this. Yeah. Like it's just not possible. So then they reached out to the guys that were on Shark Tank. One of the guys said, if you ever need anything, just reach out, send the guy a message. The guy replied and said, yeah, like I'll help you guys out with this case. And they're like, yeah, I appreciate that. And he's like, I will cover every single legal fee that you guys go through. And then they go, are you sure about that? Like this girl's, worth like 30 mil or whatever. And he goes, yeah, I'm worth $3 billion. And he just goes like, we're going to be all right.
Yeah.
And then they ended up going, I don't know if they did or did not go through. I don't know if they ended up ultimately dropping the case because they
settled at some point or something. Yeah.
Oh, well, I think they ended up dropping it because they were backed by now someone who's like a huge shark in the game, and then was like, yeah, we're not going to win this. And then now Neurogum is just like massive.
Yeah.
So like, it's crazy how connections can help you in situations like that.
For sure.
And sometimes they're a blessing, sometimes they're a curse. So you never know like what the path is down the long road. You never know. Oh, if I did pay that, what would happen? Like you never know.
Yeah.
But I just thought that story was very similar, which was crazy.
Very similar. Yeah. I mean, ultimately you need the financial backing, and it's like, you got to be able to state your case too. Is it worth it? Right. Because ultimately to what end are you going to fight something? It's like, you could put your entire savings in something, but are you ever going to see that back?
Yeah. Or is winning that case going to get you all that money back and more for what you're fighting for?
Plus, plus a legal battle, it takes a ton out of you too, just like emotionally. So are you ready for something like that too? Mm-hmm. And what are you going to look like at the end of it?
Yeah. So, is it worth, like you said, rebranding, and even connecting to faith? It's like not the direct outcome, but an outcome that's better than, going into that battle and then just completely losing faith in humanity at the end. You never know. You never know what happens at the end of that.
Oh, for sure.
So
yeah, I mean, going back to my scenario, ultimately wasn't the outcome I was looking for, but got me closer to God, got me to feel more comfortable about creating my own content too. Cause we started Action Heights. We would have never started that. I guarantee it. We would have been so focused on this other business still. So that kind of gave us a breather to think about, let the creative juices come to us, right? We weren't looking for an idea, but we were able to kind of take a breather, and then something like that hit us and we're like, hey, let's just start Action Heights Lifestyle,
Yeah.
So we started that. And then next thing you know, we're creating our own content and like getting, more, I would say, comfortable, in our own skin, just like putting ourselves out there. Cause it takes a lot to do that, fear of failure or your judgment from people, but the more you do it, the less you kind of give a shit, to be honest.
Yeah.
Cause you realize that like, who cares?
You make enough videos and then you're just like, no one's really actually looking at this. I had the same thing with this podcast.
Absolutely.
I just was like posting and I was like, no one's really saying anything. The only thing they say about me is, hey, you're Jacob, you have a podcast. That is to the extent to which they don't bring up like particular topics or opinions or like specific things and be like, I don't like that you said this about this opinion. Like, and even if they did, I probably wouldn't even care at this point because there's just so many different opinions. I'd be like, which one are you talking about?
Yeah. It makes you more interesting as an individual too, like just putting yourself out there, plus the connections you make. There's just so many more benefits that you ultimately see as opposed to the negatives that are really just in your mind. Right. And so like we got more comfortable creating content, and then an opportunity like the Snowballs, which I know you want to talk about.
Yeah, we'll get that next.
like I saw, they were, so basically for the viewer, the Snowballs are like a banana ball inspired team that's coming in Chicago. So the Savannah Bananas, the Party Animals, like that whole league, they're their separate thing. There's going to be like a separate league or, a couple teams coming to Chicago not affiliated, but inspired by the Banana Ball. So it's going to be the Chicago Snowballs, and then they're creating a second team, TBD on what that name is. But they were having auditions / tryouts for this team about a month ago, and I came across it. And another influencer that I know in Arlington Heights, I saw he posted about how he applied for it. I was like, shit, dude, like, should I do it? Like,
yes.
And I was like, because ultimately I'm a baseball player, bleed baseball. I have always played. Like, my favorite sport growing up, dream as a kid was to be a pro ball player, right? Mm-hmm. But then my mom's my music teacher growing up. She taught me how to play, piano, and I played trumpet, and I was in show choir in high school. And so, like, I've got the entertainment thing as well. So it was like, this is kind of made for me, maybe, I don't know if I'm washed at baseball, like, we'll see. So I ended up applying, and I created a video of me just throwing snowballs at a tree, right? Just kind of a creative video that I posted along with the the application. So then I got invited to the audition, and the co-founder, actually, Sherry, she reached out to me after I posted that video. She's like, my mom just saw your video. Like, she loves it. She wants to be on the team. I'm like, okay, like, am I being invited to the tryout? I have no idea. So I ended up doing the tryout, and it was like half a day was strictly baseball. So we're taking batting practice. I was a pitcher as well when I grew up. So I was like, all right, might as well just like show my arm if that differentiates me. So I threw a bullpen. First bullpen I've thrown in like 10, 15 years probably. And I was like, oh God, I'm going to get hurt. Like, my arm's going to freaking break. And so did that, took infield, outfield practice. And so that was the first half of the day. Second half of the day was more entertainment based. They actually had us learn a dance. So one station was, doing the dance. Mm-hmm. Another station was like cheerleading. Another station was tumbling. They're partnering with the Jesse White Tumblers. Have you heard of them?
Yeah.
I mean, they're huge.
Yeah, they're huge.
So
they go all over the place, and you see them usually in parades.
Yep. Yeah. 4th of July parade. My parents live on the parade route in Arlington Heights. And so growing up, I always like idolized Jesse White Tumblers because they'd stop right in front of our house and we'd be going freaking nuts. And they'd be jumping over my friends, stuff like that. So they're partnering with them. So we're doing some tumbling. So I'm doing like some cartwheels and roundoffs and whatever. And then there was another station just to kind of, showcase any other talents you have. So me and another girl that was auditioning, we did a duet and we sang. So anyways, super fun. Like, I was like, at the very least, this is great content and just like a super funny experience. So that was Monday. And the next day I couldn't like bend over. My back was freaking killing me.
From the round-offs and like just baseball and everything.
From swinging out of my shoes, from throwing as hard as I possibly could to doing some tumbling. I'm like, oh my God, maybe I am washed. I don't know if I can do this. And so then the callbacks was that Friday, and I made callbacks. And so I get there and I'm asking the guys there, I'm like, is anybody else as sore as like I was? And they're like, oh no, I couldn't walk the next day. I'm like, oh, thank God. Cause there were like 23-year-olds there. There were a couple of guys that were older than me too, but like mostly, mid 20s, early 30s. And, so I wasn't in my own boat there. So that was good. And then, so then that day was, again, baseball in the morning. And then it was a public tryout in the afternoon where people could actually come watch the tryouts. And it was just like,
how interesting is that?
It was just like a fun, like exhibition game, it wasn't
okay, so you guys were just playing.
We were just kind of playing around. They were like, do trick plays, like whatever, just have fun with it, interact with the crowd, and in between innings, like we'd do a dance for the crowd, whatever. And like the news was there, so they were filming and stuff. So anyways, just super fun. And so that was tryouts a few weeks ago, and the signing day is in a couple weeks. I can't disclose whether or not I made the team yet, but we'll see. So we'll see. Stay tuned.
What day is signing day? What's the date?
It is literally 2 weeks from today. Or no, it's what would that be?
February 21st?
February 21st. That's Saturday. So the 20th?
I think 21st is a Saturday.
So then February 21st would be signing day. So yeah,
stay tuned. February 21st.
If I made the team,
Chicago Snowball,
I should be able to post by then. If I made the team, it should be a great summer though.
Yeah. So like, what does that schedule look like if you do make the team?
So that was half the thing too. So I'm like auditioning
or work.
I'm trying out. I'm like, do they know we have jobs? Like, are we going to get paid for this? Like, what's to commitment? Our practices during the day? Like, when our games? How often are like
everyday practices? Like, that's a lot.
Nobody knew anything. We were all just like going with the flow. And so after tryouts is kind of when they told us, you know, kind of time commitment and stuff like that. So ultimately, it's going to be practicing, I think, like Tuesday, Thursday. But because they started so late, and this is startup, you know, they're just kind of, you know, building as they go, they can't get like gym time until later. So it's going to be like 10 to midnight, Tuesday, Thursdays.
Wow.
And I think like 9:30 to 11:30 on Sundays at night. And then games will be like Saturday, Sunday for like the whole summer, and then maybe some Friday or Thursday games too. But so yeah, it should be like a decent commitment.
Yeah.
But I'm actually going on parental leave in May or
April. So you're expecting a child soon.
I'm expecting a child April 22nd. Don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but yeah, that's coming. But then I'll be on parental leave, and with my work, I can be off for 6 months. So I'll be off all summer. So I'll have 2 jobs. If I'm on the team, I'll have 2 jobs. I'll be a father and I'll be a ball player. So
that's a lot.
So yeah, it'll be crazy. It'll be a crazy fun summer. But yeah, we'll see. I can't say whether I made the team.
We'll see. I think it's gonna be interesting. So what do you think about that team just being added? Like, do you think that value is needed in the community? And where are you guys? If you guys play, are you guys gonna play random stadiums, or is there other, like, who would they play?
So great question. So that's why they're gonna have a second team. It's kind of like what the Bananas did. I think it was them and the Party Animals, and they basically just kind of did their games, you know, head to head,
kind of like a show basically, and then went to different parks to play.
Exactly. So I think that's kind of what they're looking to do. But then I know that they're already getting teams from, you know, other, you know, minor league or pro teams that are or semi-pro teams that are looking to play the Snowballs. So probably, like, I know a team, actually I don't know, it's confidential, but I know there are other teams like in Indiana or Iowa or Milwaukee or wherever surrounding, you know, Chicago that are looking for the Snowballs to come play them. So I think it'll be probably a mix.
It's not like the Schaumburg Boomers or anything like that. It's like lower division than that.
No, I mean,
I don't know how that works.
It's its own thing. It'll be like its own league.
Separate completely.
Totally separate. And they call it a sportstainment. So it's going to be, you know, baseball based, but also very much entertainment based. So so it'll be like the Bananas, and then
we'll see if they do the same rules where it's like a time clock thing. Because I know the Savannah Bananas have like a game time where it's like literally if it's 4 hours, I forget what it is, 3 or 4 hours.
I don't know. Yeah.
And then once it runs out, it gets over.
Yeah.
Like they stop whatever inning, whatever out, and that's just the end of the game. And it's like, that's crazy to me. But I mean, it's not really meant for like the competition based thing. It's kind of meant for the entertainment for the kids and the dancing and like the dude on stilts that's in second base.
We had guys on stilts at our auditions. There were like 3 guys on stilts. I was like, how do so many people know how to do this? Like, this is such a unique thing. But we asked, and they said it'll be similar to the banana ball rules.
Nice.
I think they're going to add their flair, maybe have a few other rules that, you know, that are unique to the Snowballs. So, but I think it'll be similar to that.
It'd be cool if they could play in like the Boomer Stadium and in the one that's in Rosemont or whatever, because that's like a perfect venue that they could utilize when it's not being used by either team to then just play there and bring a bunch of people. They can get concessions money for the concession stands and use a field that's not being used that day. Yeah. If say the Boomers are in a away game or whatever.
Opening day is at Cary Wood Field, which is pretty close to Wrigley. But yeah, aside from that, I'm not entirely sure. I know there were talks of maybe some game at Wrigley potentially, or some other local stadiums. So yeah,
like, parents just want to bring their kids to just like have fun and goof off, and you know, buy a couple things for their kids. Just do an event so that their kids are out and about doing things and not just stuck at home. Or
well, I think that was your first question too. Like, do you think there's a market for this? And honestly, based on what I've heard, I know what the Snowballs have heard, just once they kind of announced that they're doing this, I think as early as September. So not that long ago, they've gotten a ton of feedback like, oh my God, we need something like this. Like, we don't have the Bananas here. So, you know, I know they tour. I think they're going to play at Wrigley this summer, but even that is sold out. And, you know,
I've heard that there's actually like a backlog of tickets, like years in advance to buy actual Savannah Bananas tickets.
Yeah.
which is crazy to think of.
So I do think there's a market. It's just it comes down to how well the Snowballs are able to market it and really showcase hopefully good talent and good entertainment, and social media presence I think will be huge. I think that's ultimately why the Bananas were successful. I think they started in 2016, and I hadn't heard of them until the last few years probably. And I think that's really when they exploded in 2020 when TikTok came out and they started posting everything on TikTok, and a lot of their, a lot of the entertainment that they do on the field, it translates well to that type of content. And I think that's what really blew them up. So ultimately, I think if the Snowballs kind of mirror that, I think it'll be the same.
Yeah, kind of like a Dude Perfect entertainment vibe.
Yeah.
Because Dude Perfect was kind of the originators of like trick shots and like recording trick shots and calling them names and stuff, and then posting them. And I remember the first YouTube video was them just at like pitch black, just like, this is the over the head shot, and they just like threw it, and then like it went in, they went crazy. And that's kind of what that entertainment Savannah Bananas is like. It's like, catch the ball between your legs, throw it up, catch it, spin it, and throw it to first base and get him out still.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's insane. Like,
well, that was the thing too. I was like, I wonder what competition will be like, coming to this work, this audition. And a lot of the guys that came were either, some of them were currently in college playing ball, or just out of college playing ball, ex-MLB players, semi-pro players. I was like, holy shit, like,
this is a good squad.
This is a good squad. Like, do I have the chops for this? I don't know. So yeah,
you gotta be the personality hire then, basically.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, I know. I hit the cages yesterday. Swing's coming back. It's just like, got to get my, it's just motions I haven't done in years. So it's like, I got to get my back. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a whole different ball game.
Totally.
A whole different ball game. Yeah. I mean, I'm excited to see. I do think the entertainment is there. I think it's needed. Just the casual, like, you can't make it more expensive than a Cubs game, and you just got to make it for the kids for fun.
For sure, for the fans.
Group events, get a bunch of soccer teams, get a bunch of group tickets together, and just have them all go, and they'll have a blast.
Yeah,
that age group from like 5 to like 13,
for sure,
14.
Yeah, and
would
then
love
their parents.
That.
Yeah. If I make the team, we'll definitely have to do an Action Heights meetup there at some point.
Yeah.
This summer.
Oh yeah, that'll be sweet. I would even just go without it. We'll just go regardless if you make it.
That's actually at the trivia night that we had at Armans the other week. We gave out free Snowballs tickets. The winning team.
Nice.
So that was fun. Yeah, that they allowed us to do that. That was cool.
That is sweet. Oh man, I'm excited because I do feel like baseball sometimes does get a little bit boring. I only really go to baseball games. I can never grab myself to actually watch it, like on the TV.
You got to come with me,
So,
or you watch when you go though.
Yeah. I love going to baseball games. I just
Are you Cubs or Sox?
Never Cubs guy. I will never be able to sit on the couch and be like, I want to watch baseball.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I totally get that. Like, and I'm that's coming from a baseball guy.
Yeah.
And like, I can just because I'm looking at everything. I'm just kind of geeking out at like how the shortstop's approaching the ball or whatever. Right. It's just like weird stuff. But I agree. I mean, any sport, any
in person's
better. Although I do prefer to be on the couch than at a football game. I don't know why. I just think it's better.
Yeah. I mean, especially when it's cold in Chicago and it's either you're freezing at 13 degrees in the Bears Stadium, or you're sitting on your couch in a nice, comfortable chips and dip and some pizza, and you're watching the game.
Yeah.
Way better experience.
Yeah.
I do think it'd be interesting if they had, similar to tennis, the in-ear piece. That would be interesting.
Yeah, I really like that. I mean, they're bringing that to even just the MLB, which has been fun to watch, just like in-game interviews.
What about the in-game earpieces, though? Like people that are at the stadium.
Oh, wait, what do you mean?
So, like, in tennis, that people wear earpieces?
Yeah. Oh,
so
just
they
to
hear the broadcast?
Yeah.
So they wear literally earpieces to hear the broadcast of the match.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think I actually knew that.
Yeah, so they're sitting there with earpieces on, listening to the broadcasted match of like what the score is and all that stuff and what's going on. And then because they can hear the penalties or like what people call, faults, all that stuff. But in MLB, like you have to know. You gotta watch the game. You gotta know.
Yeah.
You got to know what the outs are. You have to look at the board. You know what inning it is, who's up.
You got to know where the board is, too. At Wrigley, at least for a while, you didn't even know where balls and strikes was listed.
I know. And then also, you don't know their like hitting averages or if they hit earlier, like, oh, he he's 0 for 2 today, and we're going to see if he can get on base this time. Or, they're going to look to sack out here, get a guy in first, push the guy to third.
Just talk him through the game.
Yeah, so
I only knew of one guy at Wrigley that would do that, and it was Steve Bartman.
Really?
Dude, that's why he had the headphones in when he caught that ball. He was listening to the playback.
Really?
He was listening to the radio. And so I guarantee after he interfered with the ball with Moises Alou, he's sitting down, but he still had the earpiece in. So
he's hearing it.
He's probably hearing the announcers talking about how he messed up, and how Moises is pissed at a guy in the crowd. And he's just sitting there and he's like, oh my God, did I just really screw? So he probably knew before anybody else how big of an F up that was. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
But I hadn't seen anyone do that. You listen to the broadcast, aside from that.
Yeah, because that's like a tennis thing, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
It's like a big tennis thing.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. And that's honestly, it's a good idea because people can pay for it.
Right.
You want to listen to the broadcast while the game to understand it? Oh, it's $5 to do that for the game.
Yeah.
And then just boom, give them a little earpiece, and then it's $5 and whatever. If it costs $2 to make, $3 profit on every single thing, it's just a frequency.
Yeah.
That's all it is to that headphone.
For sure.
So
it's I guess it would be a good alternative to the scorecard. I don't know if you keep score at baseball games, but I'm brainwashed, so I do.
Really? Like you do like outs, like
everything.
Everything. So just kind of like the scorebook?
Or the scorebook. So basically, every player, whatever they do, you write, if he hits the shortstop, ground ball is shortstop, 6-3, whatever.
That's crazy.
And so we'll do that. And I won't do every inning. So the way my dad has taught us to do it, which I think is great, and it keeps people engaged in the game, every half inning you give the card to the next person, right? So if you have 4 people, then you're not doing it every single inning, right? So
because I play men's softball at Mellis, and we do the book there.
Yeah.
But we don't really do it for the other team. We just kind of do, did they score? Did they not
Well, that's
score?
the thing. You probably don't keep a clean book, right?
Yeah.
It's just like outs or runs.
Yeah. For the other team, it's outs or runs. For us, we do
to keep stats. Yeah.
Just to keep it so that it's like we know where people are in position, what the lineup is, and you just kind of go for our hitters. But for their hitters, we just do, did they score? Did they not score? What's the outs? And then we're just done.
Do you play 12 or 16?
We play 12.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I love 12. Yeah.
I like just because I want to use a glove. I don't want to use my hands.
It's like baseball.
Just jam my fingers.
Yeah.
Like
when I'd play downtown, and so we'd play at the UIC fields, and they're beautiful turf fields, and in the past the outfield is this, the skyline is beautiful. But I love playing 12-inch just because it was, it kind of gave me the baseball itch. And, aside from the pitch, just baseball, basically. Ball's coming at you fast, and you can really hit the ball hard. And
throw it hard. It's easier to throw, too.
Throw it hard. Yeah.
Also, the base running is a little bit more. For 16, it's so much shorter.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you can hit the ball and just ground it, you can get to
You're
first
on
base.
first base.
Like unless you're like a slow poke.
Yeah.
But usually you can. But you can't really hit the ball very far either in 16-inch. And I thought that aspect was not fun.
Yeah. I can't hit the ball far 16. I know some guys that can freaking nuke it. I'm like,
yeah, but like even if you nuke it, you can't even like hit it out of the park usually.
Right. True.
And like it's like
well, definitely not at Mellis.
No.
How far are those fences? Like 300?
I think they're standard size for like high school. Okay. There's one field that's for softball, like actual girls softball, so it's closer.
Okay.
But you usually don't play
maybe
on
like
those fields.
350. Yeah.
I think the furthest might be 350. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's still like that's a lot.
I mean, that's good for 12-inch. For 16, that's not happening.
So then it's always in play. So it's like
yeah.
There is a different field that's in, I think, Arlington Heights or so that is actual 16-inch softball because it's like a kid's field.
Oh, okay.
So, like, if you hit it out, you can actually hit it out.
Oh, that's fun.
Which is cool. So, it's like, makes it more fun.
Yeah.
Because in Mellis, you can never hit it out of the park. So,
yeah.
Well, with 16-inch. With 12-inch, people hit it out of the park all the time.
Yeah.
And then when you get 4 home runs, people hit it out of the park and they're out, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
So, because you can't go above 4 difference home run.
Okay.
And then once you get to 4, you have to go up to 4, and then it goes 1 and 1 each inning.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. You can only go up 1 from after 4.
I kind of love those rules. And when I was playing 12-inch downtown, we would play at this one park, Clarendon. It's like by north, kind of close to Wrigley, kind of not. But anyways, they had like trees in the outfield. and they had a short portion left too. And so it was just like really weird rules where like if it hits the tree, it's an automatic double, but if it hits the tree and goes out, then it's a homer.
Whoa.
You're like dodging trees out. Oh yeah, it's
like golf.
You should follow this. There's an Instagram team called the Digglers, and they've actually generated quite a good following. But yeah, they play 12-inch there, and their content's hilarious. Just around 12-inch softball, and they take it super serious. But like also with the trees out there, it's just good content. Like yeah, it's hilarious.
I mean, softball, 12-inch softball, especially in Mellis, there's some pretty good teams.
Oh yeah,
some of the teams actually play to practice for semi-pro.
Yeah.
Like they actually compete.
Like do tournaments and all that. I played at Mellis before I moved downtown. I played with a couple teams, and yeah, it was really good competition.
Yeah, it's pretty legit. And sometimes you're in the lower, we're in the lower league because we're just a work league. We're just doing it for fun.
Okay, yeah.
And sometimes you play against some of these guys, and they're just like, dude, these guys are taking this way too seriously. Like we are trying to join a beer league and just have some fun. And
they don't have tiers? They don't have like recreational?
They do, but they just put... There's just so many good teams that you just have to put a team so like we get some teams that are very on level with us that are just either some old guys hanging out with their buddies or just some like young college kids that are just trying to look to do something fun in the summer. And they're just athletic. They're not really like that crazy good. There's 2 or 3 hitters that are like really good. And the rest of them are kind of just friends to hang out with. But then there's always like a team that's just like really good. And you're just like, you don't belong here. Like you shouldn't be in our division. You've played Division 1 or Division 2 baseball your whole life, and now you're just playing against us and just there's nothing we could do.
Yeah, it's gonna be a short game because you're only playing defense, so you're gonna get slaughtered, and then you don't get to bat as much.
So it's like 15 after 4 or 5 or something like that. So you still got to play a couple innings, but yeah, it's brutal.
But still,
you only get hit once or twice. Not fun. I'm always a fan of the shootout games where it's like 20-19.
Oh yeah,
and it's just
and you're going up to bat and you're kind of shaking a little bit. You're like, why am I so nervous? Like this is
so true.
Rec softball.
So true. Because you're just like, I gotta hit this because we got to go up to 22 after I gotta get this RBI. But it's like crazy scoring games. You never really see that in the MLB, but
no,
it's crazy. Yeah. Hopefully we'll see that with the Snowballs.
Was it good callback.
High score games.
We'll see.
I don't know. I've never been to one of those events. I have been to the Boomers ones, but yeah. You guys should definitely do this. If you get on the team, you should mention this to them. But the Schaumburg Boomers, when I was in high school, used to do an event after the game where they'd bring a bunch of marshmallows, like big marshmallows, and you'd have a giant marshmallow fight.
Oh my gosh.
And then the Snowballs should just call it a big snowball fight.
Yeah.
And just...
I know they're going to bring some fake snow. I don't know what they're going to do, but yeah.
Like that's just low-hanging fruit right
absolutely.
There. That is perfect.
There's just so much you can do just to like bring the sportstainment, the entertainment piece into the game.
Yeah. Because, I mean... It was so much fun to do that because you go onto the field as a viewer. So like you have to stay for the whole game. Number one.
Yeah.
So and then you're like after the game you get to go on the field.
Yeah.
And it's like what? And then you're throwing around a bunch of marshmallows. People.
How old were you when you went?
I was 16, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So my whole family went. It's just a family event to go to watch the Boomers game.
I was gonna say even if you're younger, like that's something you'd probably remember forever, right?
Yeah.
Whereas like if you go to a baseball game, it's
Wrigley.
just kind of another game.
Yeah.
You have the best experience. I love Wrigley. Like I love going to the games there, but I've been to a ton of games there and they just start blending after a few old styles too, they just kind of blend together. But
yeah, I mean, most of the games at Wrigley have blended together, but the one thing that always stands out is such a beautiful stadium.
Yeah, it's the best.
It really is. But other than that, like that one Boomers game stands out. And then also the White Sox game that I went to. My brother's a big White Sox fan.
Okay, yeah.
So we would go to the Elvis nights there.
Oh,
at the White Sox games.
Yeah.
Those are blasts.
Yeah.
So, because you just get to watch people parachute down as Elvis.
Oh, that's cool.
It's insane. They just
nuts.
jump out of a helicopter and they parachute.
Yeah.
And then it's just Elvis parachuting down. It's nuts.
Who thinks of this?
I don't know. It's nuts. And that's like one of the games that's like they were so bad that year. They lost that game. They just got smoked.
Well, at some point they're just paying people to go to their games. The tickets are like $7.
Yeah. But at the same time, the Elvis night is such a blast. The stadium fills up pretty well.
Yeah.
And then they do Elvis impersonation singers at the end. And they do dancers, the Elvis dancers with like the big like flowery
just
thing.
To get people to go. It's like What's that one movie? Semi-Pro with Will Ferrell?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Semi-Pro is a good com. That's a good call out right there.
Funny, dude. Yeah, he brings the bear. Like, he does whatever. Jackie Moon, he can brings whatever he can just to get people in seats, you know?
Yeah.
Corn dog night.
Because sometimes, like, no offense to the White Sox, but they were really not that good these past couple of years. And it's like, how do you get people in the stadium? Well, tickets cheaper because people don't want to go watch a really crappy team if it's $50.
Yep.
But they'll go there for $7. Just get them in the stadium and then give them some entertainment, give them some food they'll like to enjoy, and then go from there.
Yeah.
Like, and hopefully the Snowballs can do the same thing because I'd love to go for some entertainment. That sounds like a good time.
Yeah. Whether or not I make the team, I'm definitely going to a game. It should be fun.
Yeah. It should be a good time. All right. Well, dude, we've captured everything. Appreciate you coming on.
Yeah.
This has been such a blast. Very, very happy to have you on here.
Absolutely.
And,
hold on, before we break, I want to talk about you a little bit.
Okay, let's do it.
Because I didn't do a ton of research or really any research before this, but I know you've done 30 of these before.
This is 32, yeah.
Or this 32.
This is 32.
Yeah. I mean, like, that in itself is like such a great accomplishment. What made you think to do this?
I originally wanted to do this just because I'm very, like, my friends call me super outgoing, like, to the point where I could talk to a brick wall or talk to myself.
Yeah.
Because I just have so many thoughts in my head and just conversations and questions, and I'm always curious, always learning.
I mean, the first night we met, at the Action Heights meetup, like, I can definitely attest to that. You came up, you were asking questions, like I felt like we were boys before that,
Right.
Like,
yeah.
You just have that way about you.
Yeah. I just like connecting with people. I like talking to people. I like just sharing experiences, learning more, because not everybody goes through each individual experience the same.
Yeah.
There was even a video that I saw the other day that was like about showing, like, I forget what you call that, like showtime or like acting. I forget what the specific name is. I forget what it's called. Like people who go on stage and do shows. Like showman, show act. Showbiz, yeah. So I saw a person that talked about showbiz and basically was like, so you could get off the stage and you could have one of the absolute best nights of your life and say, I hit every single thing perfectly.
Yeah.
Everything I did was perfect. And about 90 to 99% of the people out there are going to be like, yes, that was a great show. I loved it. It was amazing. And then there's going to be that 1% that's going to be like, it was okay.
Right.
Even though you were perfect. And then on the other side, you could be like, this was the worst time. I did not do anything great. Oh my God, that was terrible. I did so bad. And you're going to have that person come up to you and be like, that show was amazing.
Yeah, right.
That was one of the best shows I've ever seen. And so similar to life is like, I have seen so many different experiences through so many different people that they've kind of expressed me like different outcomes from the same exact event and different experiences, different perspectives. And all of that concludes to like my curiosity of people. And that's kind of why I started this, was to just get into the minds and hear stories of other people, because you can live in Arlington Heights but have a completely different world if you live on one side versus the other side, or go to certain restaurants versus other restaurants, and live within the proximity of like a quarter mile of each other. And you never know. And then also we have such cool people around us, like Andy being an actor model on Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
Nuts.
So cool.
Like
such a cool guy. And he's so nice. He's a great father. And I bet you if you asked him what the most important thing of his life was, he would say it's being a dad.
Yeah.
100%. His kids are phenomenal. His wife is great. And then he also has so much other cool stories to talk about, so many cool things to say, because he was also previously a cop. And it's like, there's so many cool things about that. And you see all these people have all these different stories, but they all grew up relatively around this area. Some people grew up further, and getting their perspective on things, getting, their stories and how they kind of went through different things, why he left this certain location, why they moved to Colorado or back, or why they like started a specific business or a website. Right. And just hearing those stories is just so cool to learn from other people.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to share those stories out, and that's kind of where this kicked off.
Yeah. I mean, you're doing a great job at it. You're a storyteller in yourself. Like,
yeah.
But even more about you, like what is, I guess, one thing that maybe came of this that you maybe didn't expect at the, when starting it off, your first podcast was what, your mom?
Yeah. My first show with my mom, she actually wasn't supposed to be posted at all because I just wanted to test out the equipment. And then I kind of was just like, I'm going to post it. I don't care what people think.
Yeah.
And people love that episode, which is hilarious. And it's so bad. The lighting's terrible. We're sitting on chairs.
Well, it kind of goes back to your earlier point of like all the things that you notice, like whether it's sound quality or maybe the video quality or whatever, or maybe even questions that you decided to ask her, right? Like maybe wasn't up to par with what you thought your potential was, but the viewer who didn't know any of that was like, wait, that was fantastic. It's same thing with being on stage, right? You think you have maybe not a great performance, but nobody knows your mistakes, right? Because they don't know what the act is. So,
yeah, that's so true.
Anyways, I think
if you look at this episode compared to the first one, the videos are totally different. Yeah, it is night and day by a lot. Even Andy's was like each of these was filmed behind this black screen.
Yeah.
So any person with the black
his
shirt
was 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Any person with a black shirt, so he had a black shirt on, is basically just a floating head. And I tried to get as much light as I could with the light, but it's black on black, so you kind of get stuck in that. So now we have like the neutral colors behind us, and the curtain as well that kind of adds depth and shadows. So like there's so many different things that I've changed and learned. But I would say the original question was, what did I kind of get out of this, right?
Or one thing that maybe you didn't expect, or something that surprised you.
I think the one thing that that kind of surprised me was like the stories behind each person. And as I was kind of going through questions, was totally different than what I had thought going into it.
Yeah.
Like every single time I was like, okay, like this is how this is going to go down. And to go kind of towards Andy's episode again, I know we've used that example, but when I asked him kind of about the Call of Duty thing, I think it was going to be like so cool. Like this is going to be like the coolest thing in the world. And then,
how well did you know him before you interviewed?
Really well, yeah.
Okay,
really well. Yeah. So I knew him really well. He was kind of like, yeah, it was like hard, 2 hard days, whatever, like really tough, and like you'd think like, oh, he's such a crazy tough guy at that moment, and he's like a cop, and he's like, and then 4 hours after I did that shoot, I went to a play, and I put on a bunch of makeup and was like in a play, and it's like, wait, whoa, what? Like. Those kind of small nuances and small things is something that I didn't expect for each story.
Yeah.
Because everything's not always perfect, but as you get into the stories and the weeds of things, it's really cool to
just kind of pulling back the blinds
details
of what you thought was, you see the front, but then kind of the behind the scenes of who each person is and what they're going through.
Yeah, it brings me back to a quote that I made up when I was a kid. Was everyone goes to sleep at night, so. It just humbles me every single time. It's like everyone goes to sleep at night. So like just live your own life.
Yeah.
I don't know if that quote has any meaning to anything, but
I kind of like that.
It just kind of humbled me.
It could have a few different meanings. Yeah.
Like everyone goes to sleep at night. So it's like, and even if they don't, they're going to sleep at some point.
Yeah.
So it's kind of similar to like everyone dies and in 3 generations.
Yeah. Or everyone, has to put their pants on or puts their pants on the same way type of deal.
You'd be surprised though. Some people do left foot first. Some people do right foot first.
So I've actually, that's funny you say that because I always do right foot first, which I didn't notice until I've been having left knee pain. I'm like, So I'm like, I wonder if it's my groin. I can tell my right groin is a little bit stiffer than my left.
Because of the,
and I think it's because I'm stretching my left more when I put on like pants or socks or whatever. So now, like literally the last 3 days I've been switching just to see if I'm getting like
1,000 repetitions.
Stretch it out a little bit. Yeah.
So many years. That is
How
awesome.
funny is that?
That is legendary. I mean,
that's how much of a psycho I am. That just proves it. But yeah.
I mean, there's so many good quotes that are out there, but I don't know why, but that one somehow humbled me back in the day.
Yeah.
Just to ground me on things because, and then one of the coolest quotes that I still love is from anime, which is from Naruto. I don't know if it's kind of a longer quote, but it's basically like each person is living in their own fantasy. Each person's fantasy is built up of each person's individual perspectives and experiences that build up what they call reality.
Yeah, right. You build your own reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we all do, like every day. Like for instance, if a dog is always nice to me and always nice to me, dogs are nice. Mm-hmm. But say a dog is mean to somebody every single day and scary and mean and barks at people, then like dogs might not be nice.
Yeah.
So it's like what's, you know, reality is all about your experiences. So.
Yeah. It's reality is what you focus on, right? If you focus on the good, then you think you have a great life, right? If you focus on every single bad thing that's happened to you, then you're a victim and your life's terrible, right? So it's really comes down to just focus. And I think that's how you lead a more fulfilling life is how can you shift that focus to things that are just more positive?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, even, I forget her name. Oh, she's such a big podcast too. She's like top 5. She does a lot of motivational content too. She's a blonde girl with glasses.
Oh,
it's on the tip of my tongue, but I forget her name.
Is she more corporate?
I think so.
I know.
She's a huge podcaster, but I forget her name. But she had like, I believe a book that came out that said like, if you focus on your problems, they become bigger. Mm. And it's like, the more you focus on your problems, the more you talk about your problems, the bigger you make them. And then the more it becomes and consumes your life.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah. So I just like sharing the stories. I think each person here, I mean, even the people that aren't famous or have something that's crazy entrepreneurial journey or anything like that, or anything that's super crazy.
Everyone's got their story.
Yeah.
You know?
So, I mean, even if you like talk about Christian, who was one of the most recent episodes, we talked about hockey and let's say this guy knows so much about hockey to where you could sit there for multiple podcasts just talking about different players, different aspects, different rules, different everything, only on one sport.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because so many people have that aspect about something in their life that they don't realize.
Yeah.
And then that's another thing that I was unexpected was a lot of people think that they don't have things to talk about, which is interesting to me because like I could bring all of that information out of someone if they just sat down in this chair and just like let me pick them apart.
Yeah.
Because Christian, for instance, we went into so many different topics, subtopics of hockey itself to where like people wouldn't even think about that.
Yeah.
And he like really knows so much and it's so valuable because it's such an investment of years of time that he spent over the course of his whole life to learn more and more and more and more.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm sure there's things about baseball that you know that people don't have any idea about.
Take for granted. Yeah.
Yeah.
With the knowledge that you've acquired over time. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So, and then most people think that they don't know a lot of things. They go, I don't know what to talk about. Well, what would I talk about? And I'm like, what is your life? Like, that's it. Like, do you watch video games and play video games? Do you listen to sports? Do you go, are you into books? Like there's a girl that is local to Arlington Heights and she does book talks. She just reached 100K.
Oh, wow.
It's all books.
Yeah.
It's fantasy books, all this jazz. She could probably talk about that for the whole day. Yeah. Like, you know, different books or like the difference between Harry Potter movies and Harry Potter books. Like someone could sit there for 10 hours and talk about that.
Yeah.
So something surprising to me is that people don't really realize how much they have a value in them.
Yeah.
That's another one.
I think that could maybe, slightly be attributed to just our culture in America too, and how we define our lives and who we are. I think it's gotten so tied to your profession. You know, the first thing you ask someone when you meet them is like, oh, like, what do you do? Right? Like, what do you do for work? Mm-hmm. And I don't know about your circle, but my circle, most of the people that I know, what they do for work isn't necessarily what they are passionate about, right? Or love to do. And I definitely fall in that category. I'm good at my job and I like it and, puts food on the table and that's great. But for me, it's like, I haven't let that define me. You know, there are other, I love calling them side quests or whether it's side businesses or side hustles or whatever. But I love chasing the next side quest and doing things that I'm a little bit more passionate about or things that I just want to try out. Like I told you, I started a podcast when I was doing more of the boating stuff and meeting with, Chicago influencers. I did 10 episodes and that was something I just wanted to try. Right. And I think a lot of people, won't start something because they're like, well,
someone already did it.
Someone already did it.
That's the biggest one.
Or this doesn't fall within the definition that I have of myself, right? Mm-hmm. And it could be I'm a consultant and that's who I am. And or I don't have time, or fear of failure, or like, oh, this will go nowhere, like we were talking about. But it's like, I think that's where, I don't know. And maybe that's why people are like, I don't know what to talk about, because they never kind of allowed themselves to pursue maybe their passions or things like that. So that's why I want to ask about you, because I see you doing that, right? Like, this isn't what you do for a job, but you do it for the love of the game, and you're meeting people, and maybe, I don't know what monetarily you get out of this, but maybe, right? Like
0.
Right. But it's like,
but it's fun.
It's fun, and you enjoy doing it, and you obviously see a benefit in it, and you're good at it, obviously. So I don't know. I just love when people are, stop. There was a quote that I really love. It's basically like, the moment you stop doing things that are ordinary is the moment that you stop being extraordinary, or something like that, where it's like you're basically choosing the ordinary life when you stop, pushing the boundaries and trying to do more with your potential. And I don't know. I think that's such a big sin. It's like, God has called us to create and to connect and to do things. And I think that's one of the things, maybe I don't think about it like a lot or really at all, but just kind of thinking through it right now, like when I die, I love thinking about I should say,
I love it. I was kidding.
I know. It's like,
no, you want to think about how you want to be remembered, though.
That, but also like, I kind of have a fear that, I like to visualize it. Let's say you die, and an angel is showing you all the different lives you could have lived, right, with your potential. And it's like, you didn't reach that potential because of XYZ, because you had a fear of failure, or you thought people might make fun of you, or you thought you didn't have time, or whatever, right?
That's the David Goggins right there.
What is a quote? Am I just misremembering something that exists?
No, you're good. It's David Goggins basically saying, okay, you're on your deathbed, and the angel comes down and shows you all the potentials of what you could have been.
Yeah.
And it's like, the whole thing is, he was a 300-pound dude who spaced for cockroaches, and then they show him, he's like, oh, you're a Navy SEAL, Army Ranger sniper, tactical control, and he goes, hey, that's not me. That's not me. I'm David. I'm 300 pounds. I eat chocolate milkshakes every day, and I spray for cockroaches. He's like, no, but that's what you could have been.
Yeah.
And it's like,
that would kill me.
Yeah.
That would kill me again.
Yeah.
You're
already dead, and you're getting killed again. Right there. So it's tough. I mean, there's so many different paths, and you have to just do your best. And that's the number one, is you just do your best. And sometimes you won't always make it.
Yeah.
And if you don't try and truly give it your all for something that you're truly passionate about, then number one, you'll never know. And then number two, you'll always think about it.
Yeah. And you'll never grow too. Yeah. Like, maybe you failed in that, but it led to something else. And that then led to something else. And it's like this whole other life that you would have never lived if you didn't just try at the one thing. And I think, I don't know, to me, that's like, I think that's what motivates me. Like, not thinking about that way, but just something within me just drives me to, and you too, to just like do more outside of their day job. Just to like, in this day and age, it's almost like, I don't know how to put it. It's basically, there is no excuse this day and age, because of just like the whole online presence.
Everything in front of you.
Everything within a click of a button.
Literally, if you have a $700 to $1,000 cell phone, you can do any of these things.
Right.
So you can research them.
There is no excuse.
So,
and that's like, I don't know. I've got some buddies that love to just go to work and go home and put on a show, and that's it. But I think at some point that it's got to get old, and I don't know. That's why I love the idea of side quests. It's just like, or side hustles, or side something, like do something else that maybe you're passionate about or want to try, because your work doesn't need to define you. If it is work that defines you, and like, that's awesome, and maybe
that's good. That's what your passion is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like, you're getting paid to do what you love, and I think that's an anomaly. I don't think that happens very often, but maybe it can, if you continue to do these side things, in the meantime, and explore what you love. And who knows, like, you could get a freaking huge check from Spotify tomorrow. You
never know. Yeah.
You never know.
Could blow up, and
then you're doing this, but you would have never if you didn't interview your mom.
Yeah. Right. And I think that it's, for me, I realized how small of an income you'd need on a side business to actually be able to just make that full time.
Right.
Which I mean, I recently calculated that and I thought about it and I was like, if this was this per month, like that is not even that much.
Right.
To like, you don't need to be making 10 grand a month.
Yeah.
Like you don't need that much money. Like that's a lot in my opinion. If you were doing a side business and you want to make it full time, like you could do half of that, quarter of that, like, and still be able to change that full time. And as long as you're covering your expenses and it's consistent, like it's not that far out of reach.
No, but that's the entrepreneurial spirit. And not everybody has that either too. I think that does it case by case. That's a unique aspect and trait that you have.
But if you do feel stuck and you do feel that like this isn't enough, right? Then go for it. There's no excuse to just go for it.
Yeah.
And just try it out.
My biggest regret is not doing things like you're doing earlier in my life.
Earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can even say that about myself too. Because like I had a TikTok that blew up in college my senior year.
What was it?
And it was literally just me playing a video game in my lab. So we had an engineering lab for our capstone project, and it was just like so stupid. But the engineering computers down there don't actually have restrictions on their websites.
Okay. Because
they didn't really care, because engineers typically like are very straightforward and there's no restrictions needed.
Right.
So I went on crunker.io. If you don't know what that is, it's just like a first person shooter game.
Okay.
And it's just like Minecraft, design.
Okay.
It's just a bunch of blocks everywhere basically, and you just go around and you shoot people with snipers, assault rifles. It's like CS:GO, but like Minecraft version, and you can just type it in and play right away.
Yeah.
You don't have to download anything.
Okay.
So I was just playing it in class, and I just hit a snipe and was just like, yeah. And then that was the whole video, and it was just like a dubstep overlay music to the shot, and it got like 4.5 million views.
What?
Like 6 million views. And it's like, in retrospect, I should have just kept doing that and posted like a video a day or like 2 videos a day and just became the video game guy.
Yeah, right.
And then I like could have parlayed that into like being like an influencer and getting paid on TikTok.
Yeah.
But, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So I totally feel that too.
That's funny.
Totally feel that.
That's funny.
But I'll show you after. It's the dumbest video, but it was so much fun because I was just like doing it randomly. I was already doing it, and my friend was just like, just make this TikTok. It's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah.
And I used to be crazy good at the game too, because I love FPS shooters, and I just did it, and it's just so dumb.
I mean, do you think you didn't pursue that or like continue to do that because maybe somewhere in the back of your head you're like, this is what I should be doing, like I should actually be like paying attention in class?
I was afraid.
Yeah.
I was afraid to post. I was afraid to I was like, this is crazy. Like I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
I didn't know I should keep posting. I never knew that was a thing.
Yeah.
I was like,
what year is this?
Crazy.
Like
2019.
Yeah. So this like right at the beginning.
This is
of TikTok.
beginning.
Yeah.
Like 6 million views was a lot back then.
Yeah.
Like, and then I got 20K followers like right off the rip.
Oh my God.
And I was like, I should have just kept posting because as I would have been posting, people would have been viewing my specific content. Mm-hmm. But then I didn't know what to post. And then I just like would just question it. And then I would just be like, oh, what would people think? Yeah. But really, it should have just been go post. People are doing stupid dances anyways. I'm not even doing those. Yeah. So, like, there's nothing to be afraid of.
Yeah, right. That was the time of the dances.
Yeah. People are like, yeah, I danced and I now make like $1 million a year dancing on TikTok. Like,
or not dancing anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. And they just post.
Do whatever they want now.
Yeah, whatever they want. But, I mean, you do see some fall to that. Some people falling from that, which, like, I don't think you follow this at all, but the FaZe Clan recently just kind of had a huge fallout. Okay. And they were like a huge gaming, like they were the top gaming.
Why'd they fall?
I don't know. I think they kind of just started falling apart, and they just became really kind of corporate, I guess, and not really like player driven. It used to be player owned, player driven, I believe, but like things like that just kind of happen. Yeah. So you never know.
Was it like they became less authentic, you think, or?
I think so. I think they lost a lot of key players because they were just like, yeah, we're not gonna like give you 40% of our cut. Like this is our thing. Yeah. We're the players. Who are you? Like we'll just leave and go do our thing solo. Yeah. Like because I'm this person. All my fans are gonna watch me. All my channels are for me. Like it's not. I can just drop the affiliate and I'll just be. instead of phase whatever, it's just me. And so I think that when that happened, a lot of people like just saw them, was like, well, there is a actual potential for fall down for them, or fall down for huge fame. But there's also like people like Tifu, who like he has so much money and now he's just doing a bunch of side quests, like you said, which is what you originally wanted to do.
But I think
he just goes fishing and just hangs out and plays video games whenever he wants.
Right. But I think that's when you stay authentic, right? And I think when you don't, I think this is a great example. Hub's Life. Do you know who that is?
It sounds familiar.
So basically this guy, he probably started right when TikTok started, and he just started filming himself, going to work. It was very much vlog style, and he just did a great job editing it. But yeah, nothing crazy, nothing like super ordinary, normal dude, just going to work, had a normal corporate job. And his thing was like normalize the norm, right? And so he did that for a while, got millions of followers and doing that type of content. And then maybe a year ago, maybe a little bit longer ago, he then like stopped. He quit his job, became an influencer full time, was pretending to still do that. And so like people noticed that he wasn't in the same office. He was at like one of those fake offices, and he was pretending to be at work. And they're like, what the like, this is so fake. Like, this is not authentic anymore. And so then people started turning on him. And then he like backpedaled and was like, I'm so sorry. Like, you guys made my dream come a reality. Now I get to like become, do this full time, be an influencer. I get some more time with my family. And they're like, his fans were like, no, like
go get a job.
Right. But like you made us feel okay that we had corporate jobs. You made us feel okay about the 9-to-5 grind. And now you're saying that you never wanted that in the first place. Like it was kind of like a backstabbing moment. And so now like they call it the downfall of Hub's life. And now this poor guy, like he's a normal dude like me and you. And he just he probably would have not done that, seeing how it, unfolded now. But yeah, that's just like a classic example of if you're not authentic, your fan base or other people around you will see right through it, and that does not resonate. So
yeah, it's the influencer life, I'm sure, is pretty nuts. Yeah, because like you think you're doing the right thing because this is what you'd want, but then people are like, no, that's not what we want.
It's like Billie Eilish at the Grammys. You see that?
Yeah, the whole like stolen land thing.
Yeah. It's just like she thinks she's saying the right thing, and
it just kind of backfires.
Totally
and she's
backfired. Like, whether her intent was that or not. Obviously she had good intentions around that statement, but like, totally backfired. Now look at that.
Yeah, but there's literally like the tribe was like, hey, you're on our land, by the way.
Yeah. Are you going to give us your mansion? Your 16.
So how does that work? You give our mansion back, or you? When I saw that, I was just like, oh my god.
I heard a lawyer reached out to the tribe and was like, I'll do this for free. So now,
just to scratch that itch.
She's in a pickle, dude. Like, what do you do?
Yeah, you never know. That creativeness and that freeness. Sometimes there's good intentions. Usually it's good intentions behind it. Yeah. Usually it's humanitarian intentions behind it, but sometimes just like it's the gray area where it's not always going to work. Yeah. Like, yeah, especially that one, because every single land on Earth has been conquered and changed by somebody.
No, I mean, it made no sense what she said. Like,
it's like going into like Greece and being like, this is Italy. This is Roman land.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, no, this is Greece. No, it's Roman. This is Roman land. Yep. But then it's like, oh, what's before Rome? Oh, it's the Ming Dynasty. Like, you know, like
it's always happened. Like we've always had I don't know. We could go down a political rabbit hole right now. I don't think we need to do that. But yeah, it's just like she had good intentions, didn't come out the right way, totally backfired. Now
some people are gonna be like, I don't care about her music. I care.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And then
no one's listening to Ricky Gervais. He said this years ago at the Golden Globes. I think you remember what he said.
No, I don't.
He was like, "Everyone, shut up! Like when you get your award tonight."
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
he's like, no one cares about your political opinions. Just grab your award. We like your music and go sit down.
He was like, "Thank your God and F off."
Yeah, my buddy, he has a really good opinion on this kind of stuff, and it's so true. And I believe in merit-based things. So like, if you make good music, I don't care what anything else about you
right.
is. It's good music. I'm gonna listen. It's good food. I'm gonna eat the food. Like, and I kind of agree with that. I really don't like all of the politicizing of a lot of stuff that's like doesn't have anything to do with it.
Right.
Like, I forget
but people argue that if you have a platform, you have to speak out about.
But even like
issues.
companies too.
Yeah.
People are like,
yeah, true.
Oh, dude. I mean, not to go in the more political rabbit hole, but like the Tesla one was, I don't even know who's doing what, but like it was like, oh, we love Tesla because of green, and then it's like, oh, we hate Tesla because of Elon Musk.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And then we love Tesla because of Elon Musk, but we hate Tesla because of Elon Musk.
Yeah.
But it's like, you should like Tesla because they make a good car.
Right.
And you should like them because the car is good and it runs well and it does what you need to do, saves you money, whatever. Same with food places. You should like Starbucks because it tastes good. It's relatively priced for what you want. Like, I'm a big believer in the merit.
Yeah.
Just eat things because they're good. Go to concerts and venues and shows and everything because it's good. I think the only one that's hard is the objective comedy stuff because some comedians are not always your pick and taste, you know? Like, yeah,
but that's it. Again, it comes down. Yeah, comedy's
that's a tough one.
Art's more subjective for sure. It's really just like what you like. Yeah.
Yeah. So that one's a tougher one. But overall, like,
but I get what you're saying. But even music is subjective. But like, let it just stick to that. I don't think
exactly.
Yeah. But then I like when LeBron was speaking out about something, they said shut up and dribble. So like, there's always
well, you don't need to, like, that's the thing is like they shouldn't say that because you just don't need to be disrespectful.
Right. Yeah. I think there's a balancing act. It's like if you have a platform, then you have the opportunity to maybe make change. Sure. But like get educated first.
Yeah.
Because then you are obligated to do that.
Yeah. I mean, I agree too. One thing that I did see that I did want to touch up on is totally unrelated, but it's just hot topics is, did you see the recent skier that tore her ACL?
Lindsey Vonn?
Yeah.
Dude, I was just following that yesterday and today.
Crazy.
Do you know what happened today?
Yeah. So
sad.
Originally, she tore her ACL like last week.
Yeah.
And then she was like, I'm going to ski now.
I think it was like 10 days ago, right?
Yeah, 10 days ago.
Yeah.
And so technically, you don't need your ACL for certain actions and movements. Mm-hmm. You can walk around just perfectly fine. It's not like,
which is wild to me because I know I was young. I was in 5th grade and I almost tore my ACL. They were like, if you're any older, you would have tore it because you just wouldn't have been as flexible or whatever. I don't know. And I really hyperextended my knee and it was like the worst pain I've ever had. And I know I was from 5th grade. Higher, pain tolerance is just different then, but I can't imagine being able to walk without an ACL, like that's just crazy to me.
Yeah. So it's mostly the decelerating and accelerating of like running movements,
like cutting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like in skiing, I mean, I guess there is cutting and there is, but
your knee is on so much stress.
Yeah. In skiing specifically, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, they did a huge wrap on her to make basically like makeshift an ACL, which you can do.
Yeah.
And so she goes out, does a couple trial runs. She actually does pretty well.
Yeah. She was like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Past her time or something like that. Yeah.
And then she goes and competes, and then she ends up hitting one of the flags and then spins out.
Well, she like launched herself. I think she got
airlifted. Well, she lifted up off of the snow, and then once she lifted, she was going directly for the flag, and she clipped the flag.
Was turning,
she clipped the flag. So if she had stayed down, she might have been able to like maneuver the skis enough to push her left, just to get rid of that. But she was like right there on that edge, and it grabbed her, and then spun her out, and she just landed. I'm sure like crazy.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll get the report soon.
And then
but
she got airlifted out. Yeah.
Number one, she's crazy for actually competing. Like that is legendary. That is unbelievable. And also to do trial times and get good times, like relatively speaking, after tearing your ACL, that's crazy.
She's 41.
Like, yeah.
I think I read something today too, because I was super interested as well. I think she has like the most wins in, is it Cortona? Or I forget what city it is in Italy, but basically she has the most wins there I think, out of anybody. And so she skied there a lot. And she was like, if I was skiing anywhere else, I may not try this, but I feel at home here. So I think that also played. Like, she knew the run, she knew the mountain, but yeah, I mean, that still takes some balls to do that.
Yeah, so she's an absolute legend for that.
Yeah.
But I hope she's okay.
I know. Well, yeah.
It's so scary.
It looked like she was fine, just obviously, like, knee is probably just exploded.
Yeah. Like, hopefully her other knee isn't exploded.
True.
Well, I guess she wouldn't be doing much on with the one knee anyways.
Yeah.
That's just crazy. The Olympic athletes are absolutely,
I mean, it's just a totally
unbelievable.
That's just a totally different mindset that they have that most people don't, you know. Yeah. She's training every single day. She's like, you're gonna have to kill me before I don't go down this mountain. Yeah,
which is kind of what happened. I mean, not saying that she died. I'm saying that she's like, I'm going to do this. There's no way you're taking me off these skis.
Yeah, that mentality.
It's so sweet. And then also the mentality of winning. I saw one of the USA girls winning, and they started playing the national anthem. And she just like bawled. Yeah. Bawled her whole eyes out, and I was like, this is awesome.
I love the Olympics.
Like, yeah.
Like, there's really nothing like it. Even the opening ceremonies. I'd been in that stadium. I studied abroad in Milan, and so I'd been there for an AC Milan game, and just being able to be there, and the call for world peace, and it's just the whole world coming together. Great. It's just like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, but that's one instance where it's like you love to see those kind of things because they're athletes. There's no like, you know, crazy government affiliation, all that stuff. It's just everyone coming together and showing like what the true people of coming together looks like. Yeah. Like, it's like we are all just people on a floating rock. Like, we all love each other. Yeah. And we're going to compete for who's the best and see who's the best out there. Like, it's love it. Yeah. Love it.
Me too. I know. I love the Olympic Games too.
Mm-hmm. Snowboarding has gone nuts, by the way.
Yeah. Poor Ollie.
Like, I am still mind blown by like a triple cork 1440, and like they're going above and beyond that now.
Yeah, I don't know how they're doing that. They just keep spinning.
I know. Like, everyone was like, "Oh my God, that's insane! Oh my God, that's insane! Oh my God, wait, they can all do this now?" Yeah, right. Like. It just looks like they're just turning into a helicopter out there, and then they perfectly land it, and you're just like, that's insane. Wait, that's crazy.
That actually reminded me of the long jump for the ski. What is that called? Yeah. Did you hear about this?
No.
So apparently there's like an investigation right now that these guys are injecting something in their, you know what? And to get them a little bit more room for, or to get bigger ski suits, basically, to like make a cake, because they do like a 3D thing, I'm pretty sure, to make their suits. Mm-hmm. And so if they're packing a little bit more heat down there, then the ski suit's going to be a little bit bigger, which is better for aerodynamic. They get more hang time. And so now these guys are like jumping super far. And so, and like, is that doping? I don't know.
That is hilarious.
Dude, you got to look into this. I saw this yesterday. I was like, that's insane.
Could you imagine?
Because their thing is just, it gets a little bit bigger. And so,
sir, we need one more measurement to understand whether you can make this team and help us win the Olympics or not. Yeah, sure. Is it like wingspan? What is it? Not exactly. Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna let you go into this private room here. We won't look, but just let us know, okay?
So that'll keep your eye out for this. That's gonna be interesting. I don't know if that was fake news or what, but I saw it from a credible, source, and I mean, apparently it lasts like 18 months.
But like, what's the measurement? Like, how is the Olympics gonna regulate that?
I don't know. Yeah,
like,
I don't know what you can do.
What I mean?
To prove that, yeah.
Right? Like.
Also, if they prove that they are doing that, like, is that illegal?
Right. Like, if that's normal, if that's the correct size for the suit, is that legal? You know what I mean? Like, that's nuts.
Yeah.
And then like, yeah, that's just crazy to think about.
So that was another crazy thing that I saw the other day. I was like, what is
And people are always like, yeah, whatever. That doesn't make a difference. I really do think that something like that could make a difference. Those slight changes every single time make the difference of winning and losing.
It's any sport, even pitchers putting pine tar, in their glove, just a little bit more grip or whatever. Any sort of advantage you can get, especially within like super high competitive sports like the Olympics, every millisecond or every tiny little centimeter or inch or anything will make the biggest difference.
Did you see what happened on the ski racing or no, the ice skating racing?
Oh, the speed skating?
Yeah.
Where they had the exact same time?
Exact same time.
Yeah.
They tied.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But
and they went to like the millisecond,
frame
by frame.
frame by frame. Yeah.
And it was the same.
It was like even less than a millisecond. It was like the thousandth. Yeah, I don't know.
The cameras physically couldn't pick it up. Like the in-between frame to figure out who got there first.
Yeah.
Like that is wild.
Yeah.
And that skate they were like, it's identical.
And they're getting faster every year, so that was probably for like a world record, you know? Like it's just every year they're breaking records, which is also crazy. Just the human body, it just keeps evolving and just, fitness and health and everything is just getting more advanced. It's nuts.
Yeah. I mean, I love it because it makes for more competition. And even like, it'll be interesting to see what the swimming is in, what is that, 2 years?
Yep.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if those are record breaking as well.
Yeah,
because
I feel like swimming always is.
I mean, it gets close because sometimes those swimmers are just.
And I love watching the line.
Yeah, the line.
Water.
Yep. It's great. And then it's always like, oh, why isn't that line go to the game? Why isn't the field the first down line on the field?
Yeah, right. I used to think that as a kid.
Where is it, Dad? Why? How are they gonna know?
Yeah. What's your favorite Olympic sport for winter?
For winter, it's so tough. I mean, I feel like I'm biased on this one though because I'm a snowboarder and I really like big air on snowboard. Freestyle with me on snowboard is really not that like crazy to watch because it's relatively slow. There is some pretty sweet tricks, but like the early ons where it's like a switch. Like 50 on and then like 180 off. Like those guys are doing that on the daily.
Right.
Like no one's hitting those big airs daily.
Right.
Like Red Gerard is not ripping through the park and going, I'm going to hit the big air 7 times.
I mean, the big air is crazy. I don't know how they are able to find the snow after spinning 8,000 times.
I've heard that the blue dashes are actually like the most important thing in the world to actually know where you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like without those, it would be unsafe.
What about the half pipe?
I used to love half pipe more, but I actually like women's half pipe more than I like men's, which is funny. Yeah. Because like the men, it's go the highest, hit the craziest spin trick.
Yeah.
But it used to be like with Shaun White. I mean, he used to hit the nastiest.
And he would get the highest.
And he would also get the highest. And everyone was like, how?
Yeah. Right.
Like, yeah,
I think substantially higher. Yeah.
I think his edge, the way he had his board, just hit the way he could like just take nothing off that edge and not slow down, really helped him. But I'm excited to see Chloe Kim just go nuts on the half pipe. Yeah. She is unbelievable. She's an unbelievable snowboarder. And then, honestly, the craziest part is that X Games does it better than Olympics because this is not really an Olympic sport, but the tuckle huck or whatever it's called.
What's that?
The knuckle huck or whatever. Knuckle tuck. I forget what it's called.
But
it's like they only do the knuckle of the big air.
Oh.
They don't do the big air. They go around it and then they do tricks on.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's insane.
I've just seen videos of that online and
it's crazy.
It's like freestyle big air.
Freestyle big air, and they just like float.
Yeah,
because they're going so fast, and they just like float over it.
Flying.
I have gone over those before, and I have done that.
Really?
It's so cool. Like I haven't done any tricks.
Yeah.
But like I went fast enough to go all the way up. Like I didn't hit the jump, but I went up the knuckle, and I just like you just like float in midair, and you feel like you almost hit a jump. Because you're just like floating. It's like it's like right underneath you, but it keeps going down as you're going down.
Yeah.
And then you're just floating in the air, and then you just like slowly land on it. It's a crazy cool feeling.
Yeah.
So I recommend people to try that out if they ever go through a park. Just ride on the side, make sure no one else is going, but then just go up it with good speed.
Yeah.
Because you lose so much speed when you just go back up that thing.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Like I've had it to where like I
almost didn't
the
make it
first
up.
time I almost didn't make it up, and I was like, this is so embarrassing, because you go so fast on your way down, and as you go up, you slow down so much.
Well, it's like going on in a half pipe. Have you ever been in a half pipe? It's like if you don't get enough speed in there, it's almost harder because you just like it's so awkward.
So I went to the half pipe at Vail after X Games.
Okay.
So it was the X Games full half pipe. It was so cool.
Yeah.
And I just went up and down the sides, and like it was a little icy, but then the sun came out and like melted all the ice away.
It's icy in there. That's so dangerous. Yeah.
But once the ice went away, I was like, this is sweet. So I would just go up, and then I just go switch back down the other way and just kind of like do a little flip. Because you're like up halfway, and you just need to do like a little 180.
Yeah, just a little spin. Yeah, just jump a little hop. I did that in Vail too, and then I actually got a concussion in Vail going off. It was literally my last run, and
you never say last run.
Literally last run.
Never say last run.
And boy, do I don't even remember it. Yeah,
never. That's like a hidden rule of snowboarders. Is you always say, "Hey, second to last run."
Yeah, I should have said that.
It's like a rule. I swear, because
Yeah.
everyone's like, "Oh, last run," and everyone looks at you and is like, "No, like this is not our last run. You just doomed us to get injured on this run."
Well, yeah.
So
that's my bad.
It's all good.
I've never been the same.
And then you get down, and you're like, "All right, we're done." And I never really understood that until like I got to the bottom. They were like, "Oh, we're going back up again." He's like, "No, you just say that so no one gets hurt." And I was like, "Oh, checks out."
Is that just a snowboard thing or just in skiing?
It might be just a skiing in general thing.
Okay.
I just ride with snowboarders, so that's what we've
I was raised by skiers, so I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Might be more injuries on snowboards. I don't know.
Yeah.
I always love the park a lot more.
Me too.
I don't know why.
Yeah. It's just fun.
Yeah. Like I just feel like I get a little bored when you just carve and stuff like that. There's only so much you can do.
It's good warm up.
It is good warm up, yeah. But then I just feel like there's so much more cool things to do at a park.
Yeah.
Especially when if you go to Vail or Copper.
Okay.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Even for beginners, you can hit the beginner area.
Yeah. Park City has a good area too.
I haven't been Park City. I gotta go to Park City, Utah.
Have you been to Whistler?
No.
I'm going there in March.
I've been Breck, Vail, Copper, and Winter Park.
Okay. Yeah.
All sweet spots.
Yeah.
And then obviously the Midwest spots.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Alpine, just shredding Alpine.
Yeah. It just black. Okay, cool. Let's go.
Yeah,
like
just straight down.
Double black diamond? Sure.
20 seconds later.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like a drop of one jump.
Yeah.
At any of these other parks. You go on one drop of one jump, and then you're at the bottom of the hill of the mountain.
Yeah. The hill.
Cascade Mountain.
Yeah. Right.
It's crazy. Wilmont is, I wish they had a tow rope at Wilmont because it'd be a lot more fun.
Oh, yeah, true.
Because you could just rip the park and just tow mount back up or tow rope back up.
I know. The lifts at those places is just half the battle.
Yeah.
It takes just as long, if not longer, to go up than back down.
Yeah, because the accelerator of the big mountains basically like slows it down at the lift entrance.
Yeah, but then they go
and then
super
once
fast.
it goes, it just goes vroom.
Yeah.
It's so awesome because it goes so fast.
Are you going this winter anywhere?
I might go in March. My buddy lives out there in Denver.
Nice.
I got a couple buddies live out there, so that's the plan. Tentative plan. He's never been in the mountains or skied the mountains. He lives there. He lives there. Yeah,
that's a waste.
He's a homebody. I know. I'm like, dude, you.
Oh yeah, I think you were telling me this. Yeah,
you gotta go, man.
Yeah,
it's you live here. Like it is.
Does he not
a cool
know
experience.
how to ski?
I don't know.
It's
he's not like one that I would think would go a lot, so he might not know how to ski.
Yeah.
So, but it'll be a good learning experience for him. We'll get to the top and be like,
yeah,
it's about 6 miles to the bottom. He'll be like, what?
Well,
and I'll be like, yeah.
But honestly, it's the best to learn out there because the runs are just so much longer. You know,
you're learning more than you're sitting in the chairlift.
Exactly.
So especially if you go, there's is it Winter Park? Yeah, I think Winter Park has Mary Jane, which not the weed, the run Mary Jane, and it's like 7 miles long or 8 miles long. It might even be 10.
Yeah.
If it's all the way fully open.
That's amazing.
You can go to the peak and hit a green run the entire way down the whole mountain.
Yeah.
A decent amount of it is catwalks, but for skiers, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Because catwalks are just like you can walk with your skis.
Yeah. I know. I hate that with snowboard.
It's the worst.
So
you have to sit on an edge or like hop.
Yeah.
And if you don't know how to do that, if you're a beginner snowboarder, it's such a pain.
Yeah.
Or you have to get pulled by a skier, which I like to do. I just like to tell my friends who are skiers.
With my dad or something.
Give me the pole, and I just like, yeah. So that's good too. But yeah, we'll see if we can get out there. I love Breckenridge Village.
Yeah. So I've been there once a couple years ago.
I want to just go there, hit the first chair, if we can, and then get done by like 3:00, and just dinner and beers at the Village, just anywhere.
Yep.
Just there's a couple places where you go in the basement.
Yeah.
And it's burgers and beers down there. You feel like you're in like some Hogwarts palace
old school
hub.
Yeah,
absolutely. It's such a good environment.
Yeah.
I don't like going to the fancier places in Breckenridge. I like going to the rundown. The most rundown place is my favorite.
Me too.
Because it's just like, this has been here for a while.
That's the thing about Vail. Vail felt like just like Disneyland for like skiing and adults. You know, super nice, super quaint, like awesome experience. But I like the Breck feel for sure.
Yeah, but Vail is like I mean, it has to be more rich because it's just that's the kind of personnel that's going to go there.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing,
no.
But like the Breckenridge is kind of like the old, like I say it's Hogwarts vibes because honestly it kind of is.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Especially when it's like snowing there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so sick. I'm so excited to go back. Oh, the places out there are just such a good time, and the best part is that everyone's literally out there to have a good time.
Yeah.
So anyone you talk to is in a good mood.
Yeah, right.
Which is the best part.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not walking around Chicago where people got to go to work and then they got to go after work and then they got to do this and that and they're
everyone's
just like
there
beat
for
down.
2 things: just skiing and hanging out.
Skiing, hanging out, a good time. Have you been in the hot tub in Colorado in the mountains?
Oh yeah, it's the best place to be in a hot tub.
People always question me and they're like, "Dude, what are you talking about?"
First time I went to Park City, I was at like a resort basically right off the hill, and so like at the bottom of the hill, and so we'd literally just like go in the hot tub right after our second to last run,
yep,
and then just watch the skiers come down while we're in the hot tub. Like there's nothing better.
Yeah.
Wear your little hat, while you're in the hot tub.
The best part is like you'll get in there, you'll dunk your head, lift up, your hair will freeze, and steam, and then once it freezes, you like feel it, and then you dunk your head again in. Yeah. And then there was one night we went to a couple of ski trips in college, and it was snowing that night, like heavy, like 3-4 inches of snow, which is sick because it's a pow day the next day. Yeah, it was fresh mountain powder. I mean, like we're talking some sweet riding.
I want to get out there now.
And we literally were in. There's 2 hot tubs at the resort, and then we had like our kind of crew in one and another crew in another. And I was like, "Yo, we're gonna start a snowball fight right now." Because there's just like 3 or 4 inches of snow all around the hot tub.
Yeah.
So we just go around, grab snowballs. We just chuck one over to them. And then all of a sudden one comes back. One goes back to them. And it's just slowly getting faster and faster. And all of a sudden there's like 5 of us just throwing snowballs at each other.
That's amazing.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Yeah. Hot tub, ski trip, must have.
Yeah. I agree.
It's like keeps you loose too. It's good, healthy.
You know? I mean,
still staying there for too long.
I think the best method for someone who hasn't snowboarded or skied in a while or ever is to go one night, like one day skiing. Yeah. Take a break for a day. Yeah. And then go the 3rd day. Yeah. Because the 2nd day, you're going to be so exhausted. Yeah. It does.
And then
it works muscles you don't remember that are there.
Yeah. And then especially if you're a beginner, then you're like, all right, I don't even like doing this because you're just so tired.
Yeah. It would be the 2nd day is always tough because people are just like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
And then another trick that I learned was blood thinners. I usually flew there, but blood thinners on your way up the mountain. Okay. So like night before you go and then the morning of that you go on the mountain.
Just to help with altitude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because you can get like blood clots or a weird pain in your calf, stuff like that when you're using those muscles a lot.
Yeah, true.
Definitely a nice trick. Okay. It completely removes all of that because you basically just thin your blood out to that altitude by using medicine, so it's faster adjustment. Okay. Yeah. You'd be surprised how fast your blood adjusts to it. Like it's pretty quick. Yeah. Like with a day or two, you're already adjusted.
Okay. All right. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Because sometimes altitude kicks my ass. I'm like, oh gosh. Yeah.
Yeah. I learned like the third trip there that it's pretty beneficial to do that.
Okay.
So definitely recommend.
Appreciate it.
Definitely recommend. Other than that, I got to get to California to go and Utah.
Yeah.
On the other side of the mountains.
My buddies were just in Lake Tahoe. I was like, oh, that looks sick.
Lake Tahoe? Oh.
Yeah.
Dude. Need to get out. Need to get snowboarding.
Yeah.
There's another event. There you go. Another action item.
We could go to Alpine. Someone did say that. They're like, we should do a ski trip. I'm like, I guess we could. Yeah.
Yeah. It'd probably be more of a paid event. Side gig.
For sure. Yeah.
Could still use pie.
Could be fun. Yeah. For sure.
Mention it. Because, I mean, if you want to keep all your events free, you could just do like, hey, this guy's hosting this event. If anyone wants to go.
Yeah.
Or do it on your personal account, either one.
Yeah.
I don't know if that carries your affiliation or not, but
no.
Whatever.
But yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't care.
Yeah. At that point, yeah. Cool. Anything else? I mean, this has been awesome.
I know, dude. I could talk all day.
I could too.
Who do you got tonight for the Super Bowl?
I think it's either going to be a blowout and Seattle's going to tear the Patriots apart, or the Patriots are losing by less than a field goal.
Okay.
Or the Patriots are winning by less than a field goal.
Okay, gotcha.
So Seattle blowout or Patriots winning by less than a field goal. So if it's like
I think that's
within a touchdown game, I think the Patriots are going to take it in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
If it's more than 2 touchdown game, it's all Seattle.
Yeah. I'm with you.
I think Seattle's going to get their revenge finally, though.
Yeah.
From that Super Bowl with
it's been a long time.
Interception. I know. None of the players, I don't know if we were saying this or if I was saying this to a couple buddies, but none of the players are the same.
Yep.
None of the coaching staff is the same. Almost nothing is the same for that rivalry except for the fans.
Yeah.
Only the fans are going to remember that moment where
it.
Marshawn Lynch didn't run a 3-yard touchdown.
Dumbest play call.
And they threw the ball.
Yeah. You got beast mode. Yep, let's throw it.
Yeah, we got beast mode. He just ate a couple Skittles on the sidelines, and we're going to throw the ball.
He just got out of the training cart.
Yeah, he's got out of the training cart. He's whipping around. That's top 10 video of the NFL right there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I got. I think I don't know. Everyone's got Seattle.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think I got Seattle too. Me and my buddies were talking the other day because we were in Scottsdale during COVID. It was like 2021, I want to say. And we ran into Sam Darnold at like this, what was it? Middle of nowhere, like outside Scottsdale. And it was a rodeo and he was just there. And so Haley was like, we were like, Haley, that's Sam Darnold. She's like, I don't know who that is. We were like, go say hi to Sam. And she goes, Sam. And he looks around and he's like, oh shit, they got me. And so like we hung out with Sam for like a little bit.
That's awesome.
But I literally thought he was at the end of his career. Like he was, kind of a backup on his, downward trajectory. And then like past, 4 or 5 years, he's just been on the uptick, just crushing it, getting the opportunities and playing pretty well. And now he's a Super Bowl QB. We're like, what happened?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
And also...
Great guy, by the way.
Also, that makes you think that him in the right system would have worked. And it's just the coaches or players around him that just were not unlocking his potential as much as they could.
Yeah. It's like every Bears QB, right?
Yeah. I think Justin Fields could have been something.
Me too.
But I think the matchup of Caleb and Ben Johnson is just like... Those guys are just clicking. They're both like...
I was cautiously optimistic all season, but I'm here for it now.
Yeah.
That's it. In. We're all in.
I'm all in. Yeah. I mean, every single week I was looking forward to a Bears game, which hasn't happened in a long time.
A very long time. I know.
Almost ever in my entire life.
Yeah. And I've never been, 100% in on a quarterback. Everybody's like, oh, yeah, Justin Fields or Mitch. They're like, he's him. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, we don't know that.
Yeah.
Even with Caleb, right away, I'm like, stop putting pressure on these QBs. They don't need any more pressure.
Yeah, for real. But he's the guy, dude.
Yeah.
I always reference his Lightning McQueen meme.
Yes.
Where he's like, you got the red car? Good job.
Do you think they're coming to AH?
I would say yeah. I mean, if they go to Indiana, like, it's so cheap. Yeah. But at the same time, like, you're taking yourself almost out of Illinois to the point where it's like you're not even Chicago anymore.
Yeah.
like in Arlington Heights, you're still Cook County. Cook County is part of Chicago.
Yep.
It's not in the Chicago district.
Yeah.
But it's still Chicago. Like, you can consider it within the county.
Yeah.
You're still getting Cook County taxes.
The McCaskies have wanted to go to Arlington Heights for decades. Yeah.
You get all of these suburbs people that have a lot more wealth than some of your city people who have to pay a lot higher rent, a lot higher HOA fees, a lot like, you know, like these people are paying a lot of money already to live down there.
Yeah.
And you're pulling them bears out here to where people are going to have lots of wealth in Barrington areas, like
it's easy to get to
Inverness,
from the city too.
like you're going to have a lot of big family events going, like huge families.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to get some dedicated Bears fans out here in the suburbs.
Oh, I've been saying
sure.
if they go to Indiana, I'm not going to another game.
I'm not going to go to a game ever.
Yeah.
That's an hour and a half drive.
So it's funny. My buddy, Terry Redding, he, high school buddy, he came to one of our meetups. He came to the trivia event a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about this, and he pulled out his phone, and he had built a PowerPoint comparing Arlington Heights versus Indiana, like a financial summary, a financial analysis of this entire thing. And it was like, after he did his analysis, he's like, it's a no-brainer to go to Indiana because like they're pulling out the red carpet and just like, you know, all the tax implications, everything that the Bears are asking for, yada, yada, yada. The state won't give them, the state will give them Indiana. And it was like a substantial amount of money that they, you know, benefit for them to go to Indiana. So it's just like, they're going to have to figure it out. I know they're pushing for that big bill in Illinois that, you know, our governor won't push, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah. I think the toughest thing is, like, you are incentivizing as the governor, like, them leaving, basically.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
unless Chicago can figure their shit out, but
yeah, it's
the same.
Happen.
It's the same problem in Chicago.
And I think Arlington Heights wants them here. They're just not rolling the red carpet out like Gary is.
No, yeah, no. Mayor Tenalia, he's doing everything exactly as we would want our mayor to do it, right?
Yeah,
he's
like, hey, come here, we'll figure it out. We'll
Yeah.
figure out your taxes. We'll figure out. We'll do the best we can.
Making sure it's a good benefit to Arlington Heights and all that. Doing right by the people of Arlington Heights, a village. But it's like, we can't pay for everything. We're not going to have everybody in Arlington Heights like chip in and pay for this.
Yeah.
We need the state of Illinois to help out. We need the Bears to pay their share too. So, yeah, I don't know.
I think the Bears have such great property at this Arlington Park.
Oh, yeah.
Where you can lease out all of those businesses to restaurants, to hotels, to all of this jazz, and just have them pay you leased rent on the property.
Yeah.
And you are going to make hand over fist money on all of it.
Yeah.
Every concert, if you go through there, is going to have restaurants and places to go and everything you need leading up to the stadium. And
it's a huge amount of land.
Like, bring Taylor Swift there.
Yeah.
That's like
it's
$1 million, $1.5 weekend.
Yeah.
Like, that's $1.5 million weekend. If you have 2 Taylor Swift concerts on
Friday,
they want to
host
Saturday
the Super Bowl there too.
Super Bowl, that's another like probably $2 million weekend, because you're gonna have people spending so much money there.
Yeah,
so much money
all year round. Yeah,
like to me, it's a no-brainer to just build the infrastructure around it and tell people, you want to invest your business here, we'll lease it to you. Come on in.
Yeah, but I don't know. In these scenarios, it's not as typical to have like the Bears pay for all that. Like, the state should be invested in it as well and help with the infrastructure around it. So I think
Cook County should put a little bit in there, because they're going to get so much tax revenue from that.
Right.
An entirely new entertainment district. You're building a Rosemont in Arlington Heights.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
All Cook County taxes.
If it isn't the Bears, I hope they do something with that land to make it some sort of entertainment district or like a Ravinia or something, you know, and not just put condos and housing and BS.
And sell it off. Yeah. I agree, because it's such a perfect piece of real estate for a stadium and entertainment district.
Yeah.
It can be all that. And you could almost put parking garages on the outside and just make it all walkable.
Yeah.
And just, you have to walk through the whole thing. And it's like,
and the train goes right there too.
Yeah.
It's just, dude, Soldier Field. I mean, it was even
tough
when I was living downtown, I was in River North, like not far from the stadium, and there was no good way to get there.
Yeah.
Like, we would be walking back all the way home from games.
I always said that if they did it in Chicago, what they should do is the city should pay for a public transport.
But they won't.
Public transport way to get there. It's a train.
Brandon Johnson won't.
I know.
which makes no sense.
So it's like you have no.
But that's the infrastructure part. It's like they don't want to pay for it. Illinois doesn't want to pay for that. But it's like, it's such a benefit to the city. It's such a benefit to the state. I don't
$5 to get on that train, and like you're gonna have thousands of people go to OTC just to get on that train to go to the stadium because it's easier.
Yeah.
And then they can booze and do whatever they want on that train, and like they don't have to worry about getting home unsafe or taking Ubers or paying for all that. So they're not paying for a $35, $40 Uber or more. They're gonna pay for a $10, $5 train ticket.
Right. And then have more to spend at the game.
Yeah. Which goes straight into Chicago's pocket.
Yeah.
Because they are the ones who contract the concession stands.
Yeah. I will say in Hammond, they were looking at Hammond, Indiana, and it would be on the lake too. So it's still kind of a vibe of Chicago, and it's not that much further. I guess they were mapping it like it would basically take the same amount of time, but I don't know. It's just like
I think
the idea of it being in Indiana.
Land size of Arlington Heights is just such an appealing place for business.
Yeah. Well, and it's central. It's central to like the suburbs. It's central. It's not far from Chicago. Whereas if you go to Hammond, like if you're north suburb, you're screwed.
North suburbs, west suburbs, northwest suburbs are all never going to games.
It's just hard to get there. Yeah.
That's all of your dedicated fans. Like I know someone who has a suite that lives in the suburbs.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, especially northern suburbs, like, you know,
that's the rich folk.
Right.
Like
if they're not going to games, then we're screwed.
Yeah. Like you're losing all that. Like it's cheaper to build there, but you're also going to get clientele that aren't going to have that much more wealth.
Yeah. Right.
And you're going to make a new stadium, so it's going to be a little bit more expensive on the suites.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
If you bring in Arlington Heights, which is closer to people in Inverness, Barrington Hills, you know, that kind of wealth, those people are making lots of money.
Yeah.
So they could afford that. Now that it's this close, I only have to drive my kids 20 minutes to the game and we have a suite. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Like...
No, I mean, there's a lot of truth to that.
And, sure. We can just drive to the Barrington train station and take the train 2 stops, 3 stops, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it seems like such an easier way to travel to the stadium to get more fans there. It's a larger space. And I just think the number one thing is it might be more money to pay up front. But, like, in all businesses, like, location usually is, like, nail on the head. You got to hit the location correctly.
Yeah, right.
And if you go to Indiana, you're going to lose so many fans from
I just think
Chicago.
It's a short-sighted deal. Yeah.
Like you need to find the right location for what your business is trying to get done.
Right.
And you might pay a little more money here, but you can also charge a little more because you're in a really, really nice location.
Right.
People aren't just going to be like not going to go to events. Like they're going to go to the entertainment district. They're going to pay money at the lease at all these restaurants or whatever.
Yeah.
And when you go to the game, you can have the same prices and it'll be cheaper than it is in the city currently.
Right.
So you should make more margin on that as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. It's an interesting time. Fun times for an Arlington Heights resident.
Although make a decision though.
Although some people really don't want them to come, and I don't know. I see both sides, but I do think ultimately, you know, especially if they build the infrastructure to support it, which they would. You know, people forget that we had the racetrack. Like, people were able to get in and out of it. Like, it was Mega Million. Like, if they could do that, they can figure it out for an entertainment district like that. But they would need to build up the infrastructure, but they have time to do it.
And I think the main thing is the law enforcement in our area is definitely on board with keeping our areas very much the same as it is right now.
Right, yeah.
Which is good. They want to keep it like, you know, almost leave the Bears like area entertainment district, what it would be, like where that is.
Yeah.
And then we would switch over to like keep them there and involved in that area and then keep everything else around it kind of like not touched, essentially.
Oh, yeah, right.
Traffic will come in and out and that'll be bound to happen. But overall, you want them to just like be in their own area.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, the selling point that the Bears are trying to make is like we'll create so many jobs and make Arlington Heights such a great place to live. But it's like the argument against that is like we don't like we're not asking for those jobs.
Yeah.
And this is already a fantastic place to live. So,
I agree.
So I don't know that that's the best argument. It's like you're not saving us from anything.
Yeah.
So
we don't need saving in Arlington Heights. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I think we have a pretty good here.
It's just the potential, like what it could be.
I think it's the potential for them to come to us and be like, we can give you a lot of revenue with all the money we have around us.
Yeah. Arlington Heights already has a great downtown area. Imagine 2 of them, like great areas to live. So I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see how it goes. It'll be good.
Yeah.
Well, dude, thanks for coming on.
Absolutely.
It's been a pleasure. We got time right now?
Yeah.
4 o'clock?
4:33.
Hopefully Haley's not.
I think Haley's just chilling with the dogs right now, probably.
Sounds good. Well, appreciate you, dude. And if you haven't already, if you're a Rolling Meadows or Arlington Heights or Schaumburg area resident, Mount Prospect, get involved with Action Heights. We'd love to have you guys.
Yeah.
Our events are cool.
Absolutely.
So, I mean,
a lot of cool people.
Action
we would have
Heights
never
on
met.
Instagram. Yeah, we would have never met. This conversation would have never happened. And, life moves on. We gotta celebrate the good times and go to some more events. And once it gets warmer out, we'll get some outdoor yoga going. Get some free
whatever
mini golf, whatever we want to do.
Maybe catch a Snowballs game. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, this will be good. So thank you all, and thank you for coming on.
No, thank you. I appreciate you, Jacob. Thanks for having me on.
Of course, dude. Yeah.